Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa! A legendary Monday here in the arena. We got some special guests in the building. How everybody feeling right now? Lakers got the 3 seed. I'll see you with the Bush McCray, Western University.
Yes, sir.
Throwback special.
I was gonna wear my Luka, but I was like, but I don't do that on game day now.
You're only on game days. Okay.
On game day.
I respect it. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Whoa. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us.
Yeah.
And next to him, we got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young, back in the building.
Let's go.
And on this side of the couch, we got 2 special guests making their first appearance in the arena. He's one of the most talented lyricists in the hip-hop game, blending a mix of relatable humor with real-life experiences. He's also a lifelong Philly sports fan, which includes the Sixers, who have seen better times. And like any good rapper, he's only as good as his hype man. So you've seen them on stage and screen, portraying versions of themselves on the FXX hit series Dave. Dave Burd, better known as Lil Dicky, welcome to Gil's Arena. And hailing from South Central Los Angeles, the legend Gata, better known as Gata. Welcome to Gil's Arena.
Man.
What's up, man? We appreciate y'all pulling up, taking time. Oh, we got the double. We got the LeBron and the Bronny smoke.
Oh yeah, y'all got the effects going. Where the pyro at? This is crazy.
We ain't got that approved in the budget yet.
Season 4.
But we appreciate y'all taking time out of schedule to pull through. So, Dave, question for you first. Been wondering about this. How did you come up with the name Lil Dicky, and what other options were you considering before deciding on that name?
I made a whole Word document with like 300 names, and Lil Dicky was one of the first like 5 that I thought of. Honestly, it's really not. It's just a small dick joke, and like I
figured, but just
like part of me wishes I went with just Lil Dick. But I think that would have undermined you can't really do anything professionally. So I feel like Lil Dicky probably is the right move. The second option that I sometimes think about would I have been as successful if I chose that name was Young Man.
Young Man.
Young man.
I think Young Man is a cool rap name. Those are my top 2.
Okay. I like Young Man.
Yeah.
And Lil Dicky.
Young Man is cool.
Young man, for sure.
Yeah.
That could work for all in the Asian community.
Y-U-N-G or Y-O-U-N-G?
Y-O-U.
Like
young man.
Very proper.
I like it. And then Gator, question for you. How did you 2 become best friends and start working together, and what's that experience been like for you?
Oh, it's been an amazing experience, tapping into, different culture, obviously, learning a bunch of different things. He taught me patience, but I linked up with him because I've been grinding every day in the industry for a long time. And then the universe just put us together with his old manager that he had. And then we just been bros ever since. I've been rocking with him for a decade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been holding it down.
I've never done a show without him. I was just starting to prepare for my first concerts because really I got popular making music to where I could do concerts, and I never even rapped in front of anyone. I was sitting behind my computer the whole time, and then I was like, fuck. I have to start going in front of people, and then I would practice it. And back then especially, I would just pack my verses. They'd be 36 bars of way too many words, and I was just running out of breath. I couldn't do it. So I was like, I need a hype man. And my manager at the time, he knew Gata. So I met Gata, and Gata, he actually came with a fake film crew.
Oh yeah, I was gandering out the gate. I had a fake personal assistant.
He came with 3 people to look more important. And
I was trying to look the part, man. You know what I'm saying? It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I will never forget that day.
Yeah, but I manifested it though. Now we got the real camera crew, we got the real assistants, we got the lawyers, agents.
We got the real lawyers.
Yeah, bro. I had to, I had to have the vision. I was a visionist. You know what I'm saying? Visionary.
Well, we appreciate both of y'all pulling up. I'm Gil's hype man. We're thankful for the opportunity.
Never go nowhere without him.
Sometimes you don't show up to work, and I got to do more than I signed up for, but I try to hold it down as best I can.
That's what's up, man. I heard he got you out the street.
I was
got me out the street.
Jogging down the street.
Jogging down the street.
Using the Maybach truck. Yeah. I'm looking for a host. I said, okay, I can help you out with that.
My boy red shirted and finessed his way on.
Hey, you already know. But we're going to have a lot of basketball to discuss. Obviously, NBA regular season just came to a close last night. But for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for you. Our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. Clippers gave the Warriors a San Francisco treat to lock up a playoff spot and send the Dubs to the play-in. Are the Beard and Claw going to play spoiler in the postseason? Shout out James Harden, Audubon.
Big game, James.
Audubon alum like yourself.
Go.
Lakers put together their first 50-win season since 2020 to secure the 3rd seed. Every team LeBron has been on that reached 50 wins went to the finals. Will that trend continue this season? And the Sixers' big three didn't live up to the hype in their first season together. Can the process still be trusted, or is it busted? Daryl Morey had some interesting things to say yesterday during his exit interview. But before we get into all that, as always, show is brought to you by Underdog. If you want to get your bread up, download the Underdog app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. There are no games tonight, but we're looking ahead to the playing games tomorrow. Gil has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's take a look. So you got Trae Young higher, 20.5 points. Hawks and Magic, showdown, Tuesday night. Steph Curry higher, 22.5 points. Grizzlies coming into town. We're going to find out if Ja's still good in the West. If I'm the Warriors, I'd be a little nervous right now, but that's for me. Ja Morant higher, 4.5 assists. And Paolo Banchero, also known as Paolo Pete Carroll, higher, 7.5 rebounds in those 2 playing games. Swaggy, how you feeling about Nick's pick, or how you feeling about Gil's picks?
I don't think. Well, I'm rolling.
Boy, I was about to slap you.
I'm rolling. You always do these easy ass.
Oh, boy, you almost got the backhand quick with it. We got company.
Swaggy, we got company in here. We got act right.
You know what? These are the best picks I ever seen.
Okay. I was going to say the same thing.
Nothing like
They
that.
are.
like those,
I'm about to
right?
I need to play those.
I'm about to
I've been
put
trying to hit for
the
so
pick in
long.
there right now.
Ain't nothing like that.
I haven't seen anything at this level, Gil, since I've been working with you.
I feel like it's so low for Trae Young's point total in essentially a playoff game.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
See,
What am I missing?
how much? You get 2 times your money?
Only 2 times.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's pretty much like a guaranteed almost.
Yeah.
What is Trae Young averaging this year?
I think like 22, right? 23 if I'm not
Oh, so
mistaken.
he's scoring less.
This playoff trade right there, so I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. You guys like the plan?
No, I don't. Personally.
Why?
Because there was 82 games for us to fight for 7th and 8th. So the fact that, the other teams that's 9 and 10 that wasn't good enough to be 7 and 8 get a chance for 7 and 8. Like, if you're 7th, you're not close to out of the playoffs. But then 8th spot is fighting for your spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I ain't even look at it that way. I thought it was all for the money.
Yeah. But it is, and that's the bad part. But I'm 7th,
Yeah.
right? And you're allowed to actually come
Lose
from my
the playoffs.
position.
Yeah,
Right.
and you can get, yeah.
Like, it's like you might as well just open it up and let me fight for 6.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm closer to 6th, than usually 8th or 9th is closer to me.
Yeah. It is high stress. I do think it's good for the audience. Like, I understand why as a player you'd be annoyed by like, oh my God, I could get bumped out of the playoffs because of this play. But I feel like as a fan, it is more exciting. But I'm only saying that because the Sixers are not even remotely involved in any of it.
They did that tournament because of the ratings and all that, though,
Oh,
right?
they needed some more bread.
It's just
crazy.
finding out how to get more bread. That's
Man.
bread.
I don't mind it from the teams that are in standpoint. They get a week off now to rejuvenate,
Yeah.
get right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's, yeah.
Should see some high-level basketball come this weekend. And, every team can make the top 6, as we found out.
Playoffs are really
On
good
Sunday.
this year.
They should just have a bottom feeding frenzy.
The way-offs, Gil.
No, like just have a little bottom feeding, just the last. Yeah. No, whatever y'all fight for. Y'all fight for lottery picks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that'd be more interesting. Like
The playoffs and the way
9 through 16 on both sides. Y'all have a group and y'all play for lottery picks.
But our guys,
One and done.
our guys in those going to play hard to get a potential lottery pick that could replace them, or they going
Right.
Right, we'll give a fuck what y'all think. This is what it is. Obviously, don't care what we think now.
But is it
So do
extra
that.
money though? Like they got playoff money.
Yeah, it's playoff money.
So it's okay. So it's
So
like
whoever wins it, you get automatically get the number 1 seed because you were tanking before. Now it stops from tanking.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or they,
Because it actually stops from tanking because people want to be the worst, so they can have more ping pong balls. Now, whatever happened here, now you have to be the best loser to get the number 1 pick.
whoever wins in
That's
the
right.
loser off gets to keep their bread, and the losers get their salary docked. I
but
think that's
it
the
is
only
some
way to
teams
make
that
it.
aren't just ass. So like,
Don't be ass now.
no, but that
Don't be ass now. You got to be the best.
No, you can't be the best in it if you already
No,
ass.
no,
Like you
no.
talk going into
But
Playing against Phoenix.
no,
and
but they've been
Dallas.
tanking all game. They've been tanking all year. They want the #1 pick. They want Cooper Flag.
It is, and
They
it's so much.
tanking,
He's
but
so
they're
nice,
not,
Cooper
though.
Flag, nice, homie.
Those games would be so like as a Sixers fan, I would like be so invested in watching
sure.
these like
Right?
yeah.
If you can get like, think about if you're the Sixers now.
Yeah.
You've been trying to like tank. Now you got to actually win. So now it's like, yo, no, Embiid,
They-
all y'all come back.
Yeah.
Let's
They
play.
can really win.
Yeah.
though. They
So
beat the
cool.
shit out of Utah. Like,
Would they? Ooh.
Cool.
nah, it's not fair, man.
It does stop it, but it stops the tanking for
Yeah.
a lottery pick.
Yeah, lottery
now it
pick.
makes the basketball more exciting because you have to be good. You have to be bad enough to be in the losing bracket, but good enough to try to win. You know, so whoever is runner-up, you get second place, and just do it like that.
Yeah.
So if you tanked all year and then you lost your first game, the best you can get is what, 8th, 9th. It ain't even worth tanking anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you'll have the
yeah.
lowest seed for this tank
Yeah.
tournament.
So y'all got to go play. I like it, Gil. So before we get into the actual playoffs and not the way-offs, Gil's been nominated for a Webby Award in the Creator Sports category. Make sure you support Gil by voting for him in the link in the chat. Voting is open till this Thursday, April 17th. Please note that you must respond to the email you received upon registration or your vote will not be counted. All right, so let's talk about Sunday, season finale. So heading into the season finale Sunday, there was still a lot of play in the Western Conference. For the Clippers and Warriors, the stakes were high. The winner would finish in the top 6 in the West. Loser would fall to the play-in. So heading into the matchup, the Clippers were 12-1 in their last 13 games with Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. Warriors were 2-2 in their last 4 games, including a devastating loss to the Spurs on a Harrison Barnes game winner. So Steph re-aggravated a right thumb injury in the Warriors' blowout win over the Blazers Friday. And when asked about what was on the line in the final game of the season, Steph said, "I don't want to be too dramatic. It should be like a Game 7 kind of vibe. You win and you control your destiny on a guaranteed playoff series. If you lose, you roll the dice." So Curry proved to be a light-skinned Negro Domus with the prediction, as the game put an exclamation point on a wild season in the Wild Wild West. Let's take a look at the highlights if we can, please. Paolo. We pick up in the late in the fourth quarter. So after Steph hit 3 free throws to give the Warriors a 3-point lead, Kawhi responded with a clutch jumper, cut the lead to 1. Very next play, Steph came through, hit this 3 to put the Warriors back up 4. Clippers bounced back, 2 straight buckets. James Harden got this layup, and then they found Zubats on the lob to tie it up. So Kawhi had a chance to end the game in regulation. Missed this jumper over Draymond Green, sending it to overtime. Harden scored 12 of his 37 points in the final 5 minutes, including 2 straight threes to give the Clippers a 6-point lead early on.
Damn.
And there was this goaltending block by Jimmy Butler.
That was Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to give him that. Oh,
Man.
just an attempt.
So Warriors down 2. Draymond Green chance to tie the game. Got a little too greedy, trying to get a foul. Ended up smoking the layup like some rocks.
Damn.
Clippers went on to win the game. Harden finished with 39 points,
He a savage, homie.
10 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 106 career 30-point 10 assist game, breaking a tie with LeBron for the second most in NBA history. Kawhi had 33, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 15 straight game with 20-plus points. Zubats added 22, 17 rebounds. Steph led the Warriors with 36 and 6, had 21 of those 36 in the fourth quarter in overtime. Jimmy Butler, 30 points, 9 assists, took 20 shots in the game. Most points in the game since joining the Dubs. So with the win, Clippers locked up the 5th seed, will face the Nuggets. Warriors dropped to the 7th seed, will now face the Grizzlies in the play-in, excuse me. Gil, what did this Clipper squad show you getting a big win like this on the road against the Warriors?
Nobody wanted to play the Lakers. You know, they said that was
They were all
the
ducking.
moral of the story.
That was-
Yeah, so they was fighting hard to get out of the Lakers' way. But I mean, from trade deadline when they got Ben Simmons and some of the things they added, it actually made them a lot better. Adding Kawhi, then you can see everybody really like gelling and playing well together. So, they are the dark horse to me in the West.
Kawhi looks good.
You gotta acknowledge Kawhi.
He looks just normal,
Yeah.
which is amazing. He's
Yeah.
the top 4 player in the NBA when he plays
Yeah.
like that.
He's a man to
And
be reckoned with.
Harden looks.
Yeah, I like how he running the offense.
Harden right now is different than James Harden on the Sixers.
What was James Harden like on the Sixers versus what he's like on the Clippers now?
Well, I just think he has more freedom and he just needs the freedom. I know a lot. I know a lot about basketball.
Dead ass.
And he probably love LA better too, you know.
Who doesn't?
The comfortability.
But with the Sixers, I got to tell you, he looked like he lost a step. When I watch every game, and I watch his whole career, he just looked. There was just so many instances in the Sixers where he would be driving, and he wouldn't get separation, and he would just look kind of weird. Like it would just look weird.
Yeah.
Like,
He ain't had nobody to
that's
pass it
weird.
to.
Like James Harden should never not beat his man, and he's beating his man every time now. So I think he's just in better shape, and I think he's more motivated because he knows that it's all going to go through him.
You know what it is too, and this is why I always tell coaches: the worst thing you can do is tell a player to play the right way, because in the coach's mind, playing the right way is like getting everybody involved.
Yeah.
A basketball player don't know the difference between that, right? If you tell us, I need you to look for everyone else, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be literal. So I'm driving. I'm not gonna beat my man, because if I beat my man, then I'm scoring. And you really don't want me to score. So I'm gonna just do enough to try to get someone to bite so I can make that pass. So when he was in Philly, the offense wasn't his. He's told to average 20. So when he's sitting here going, he's literally trying to slow himself down.
So he had to dumb his game down.
Yes.
It's a ball
And that's why I
dominance
say, just like you, that's what a player do. You tell him to average 20. That's what he's going to average.
Yeah.
If he's averaging 25, 30, that means think about what he has to do to get the 20.
That got to be hard mentally for a player, though, knowing you a dog and the coach like, yeah, I need you to just get a dub.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. Just,
Look for Embiid.
He's just so much better. There's only a few players like him where you're just better off letting him really dominate the ball and not think about how Golden State plays. Like Steph could do that, maybe not like James, but he'll never even remotely do that because he's just running. Everything's perfectly. It's a system. James is the system. He was when he said that, I was like, he's probably right.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
But Steph's off-ball game, man. You know, if you watch those games, like he had Clippers in hell.
He don't
man.
stop moving.
As soon as he passed, you already know he.
How
getting
is
back.
Ben Simmons doing for the Clippers? I haven't. Is he?
Can we give some flowers to Kawhi?
Defensive
He
side.
going past this
we
Kawhi.
haven't got to him yet.
I'm just saying, y'all keep jumping from different shit. Let's
He was
talk
last.
about Kawhi Leonard.
Last.
Y'all was talking about how he was gonna be better in Embiid.
Kawhi is
Motherfucker
incredible.
that ain't gonna play no games. You see what he out there doing?
He did play more games than Embiid.
He waited, play more games. No, he had 33, right?
No, I said he was next after Ben Simmons. And it was,
Well, no, let's get to him early. He shouldn't be after motherfucking Ben Simmons. Why would he be after Ben
so we
Simmons?
can finish the segment with him.
What the fuck
long
Ben
segment.
Simmons do?
Yeah.
What?
He was just, it was going to be quick. But we can,
Let's get, nah, we gotta talk about Kawhi, motherfucker. You skimming through the shit. You showing the world that leg, that one leg. They was talking about him in Olympics.
I know they're
Send his
talking
ass home, all that shit.
and they did.
Yeah, they did.
And Embiid
He brought the
stayed.
little suitcase.
So Kawhi left and Embiid stayed, and one of them not playing that shit.
I got my gold. And I say I, as in America.
We were rooting for America, Swaggy.
Yeah.
Whoever they sent out there. Ben Simmons playing all right, been playing like 11, 12 minutes per game over the last 5, 6 games. Hasn't really obviously been scoring, but defensively I think he's bringing a lot to the table, and I think he's working his way back in there. But this is the playoffs now, so we'll see. So Swaggy, you said Kawhi. Give Kawhi his flowers. Like I said,
Can we get some smoke in there?
15 straight, 20-point
A
games.
little bit, just a little bit. He played, how many games he played this year?
12.
35, I think, something like that. This is their natural.
How many games he
Don't
played?
be alarmed by it.
How many games he played?
He played 37 games this season.
Damn, that's
Average 20.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I thought he played 50.
Was he was
Missed like the first half of the
Fucking
season,
50.
came back
He
on.
just got back.
Wasn't playing back-to-backs, but it's
How
on
many
his
games
group.
in
He
B
played one back-to-back.
How many games did B played?
Like 19 or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It doesn't have to be a comparison with Joel.
It is, because it was like, who gonna play the most games this year out of them two?
Who said that?
We did talk about it on this guy.
Okay.
Who's going to play the most games?
Yeah, but this was early in the season. Obviously, we're both dealing with knee injuries at that point.
Did anyone pick anybody?
There were some Kawhi believers. There were some Embiid believers.
I wasn't here for that part.
Yeah, me neither.
He was here, motherfucker.
Who'd I
He was
pick?
sitting right there on that phone.
Who'd I pick?
He picked Embiid.
Cap.
I think he did.
Probably because he won gold.
Yeah, I know.
He was a gold
Yeah, he was a
medalist
gold medalist.
representing
He looked
America.
good in the Olympics. He looked good.
Damn.
Kawhi's Dean. I mean, yeah, they're such a different. I really have not historically believed in the Clippers since acquiring James Harden, but
Yeah.
Kawhi is such a winner.
Well, just Clippers have been the Clippers forever, so even prior to
I
that,
know.
it's been a struggle to believe in the
That's
Clippers.
bad, man.
Nah,
Who are they playing in the first? Who's their matchup?
Nuggets, but they're the 5 seed Nuggets.
Can
the
we
4
talk
seed.
about? Can we talk about Mike Malone and the firing and just like your general, not to go off script or whatever.
No, we were free flowing.
How important is coaching in the NBA? Because for them to fire a championship coach with 3 games left because they think, I mean, they're obviously good enough to possibly win a playoff series, if not more, if not win the championship. So they literally must think that they have a better chance without him. So how important, like, does it actually make a difference, or is it really just kind of a babysitter and you have to pick the right babysitter?
In a sense, a coach is more like a what's this person in the orchestra?
Conductor.
Yeah. You know, he did this shit. That's all he's really there to do.
Yeah.
Like, make sure he's subbing right, calling the right timeouts.
But that's important, though.
Being strategic in your lineup pools, right? The actual play, practice is your shit. Motivation, right? So when you look at something like this, you can say, all right, probably the team was off of him.
Yeah.
So if the team themselves is off of dude, then you really have no chance of winning because they're going to tune him out.
Well, good. Who is the team that you speak of? Because there's obviously an MVP candidate.
Probably Jokic.
That's running things over there.
Jokic and Murray. I don't want to put that pressure on them, to be honest, because, Jokic is going to be Jokic. I don't really think he gives 2 fucks who the coach is.
Yeah,
because he plays his basketball, so I'm not even going to put that narrative that the players had them fight. But as a group, collectively as a group, they probably wasn't listening to him anymore.
They won like 3 years
He
ago.
lost the players' respect.
They won championship 2023.
I don't understand. Like, it's just like there's proof of concept that like this coach is capable of making this exact group of people win. Not the exact, but enough of the same people.
Yeah, you think Joker, like, 'cause Joker gotta like Malone, because Malone let him do anything he wants. Like, why would he, like, be okay with that firing? Like,
I mean, it's not being okay.
but he have the power to say, no, I want that coach, though.
So it seemed like the Nuggets went to him and said, look, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, but he could have been like, nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been like,
Could have been but I'm saying
Yeah.
okay. That's what I'm doing.
He couldn't stop the powers to be up top.
Exactly.
Which means he was probably okay with it.
yeah, because
He know he had no choice, and at some point it was gonna happen. Now or later, I'm firing him. So
That's just crazy.
It doesn't matter.
This late in the season.
I just
And-
can't imagine it helps.
So do you risk losing Joker if he had no choice? I think he gotta have some type of.
Listen.
You had a choice.
My coach he's important, but I'm still a 3-time MVP, and if I'm gonna say I'm leaving Denver because you fired this dude,
Been there
Gotta
for
be.
most of Joker's career. Obviously, they won a championship together. Stability. David Alderman, who was the assistant under Malone,
but
took
it's
over
not
as
it's
interim.
not Jokic. It's the idea of, I guess everybody else was upset at the favoritism that he was playing towards Russ. Right, and that's that narrative. Russ ruins every team. I'm pretty sure he does, but not in the way you think. He ruins it in a good way if you want to play basketball. If you want to be accountable for, the things you're doing out there, then Russ will ruin your team, because most teams have a whole bunch of negative and bad players that don't want to practice, that don't want to do this. So him coming over there being an example will rub people the wrong way, and that's what ended up happening. That coach is like, be like him, and it kind of like, yo, dude just got here, man. What are we talking about, be like him?
So now Russ gets to take on his former team, obviously Clippers, 5th seed, Nuggets, 4th seed. How worried should the Nuggets be about this Clipper squad? James Harden, Kawhi playing this level, Zubats, double machine,
The way-
rolling out as well.
I don't know. Did y'all peep the way what James Harden said? They better because they got rid of the players they had, some of the players they had last year.
No, I don't look into
Like,
that.
he's like on a mission.
Yeah.
Feel that energy right there going into the playoffs?
Gil, you didn't see that, but we actually have that. So
Yeah.
Clippers in this season 50-32, one less win than last season, but they also only had Kawhi in the line of 37 games this season compared to 68 games last year. So Harden was recently asked what major differences are there between this year's Clipper squad versus last year's team, and here's what he had to say.
They're just different. That's a different team. Like, we got guys that knows, their role and know what they're supposed to be doing, consistently on a 99 basis, like from the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? So It's a different team.
What do you feel like makes it different this year as opposed to last year?
Personnel. I mean, you guys know, like, you know the players that we had last year. So, I mean, it's just a different team.
Who is he talking about besides Paul George?
So
What's he talking about?
that's a great question because
Who else is there?
they made some moves. So no Russ, no PG.
Oh yeah, Russ.
No, keep going. There's more players.
I'm just saying. But
Russ-
No, there's more players. Remember, people got suspended last year.
I think they just have-
Let's not run narrative. There's people who got suspended last year for acting the ass on the sideline. Come on.
Who, Bones? No.
I think they just have.
They don't know their roles, right?
They have
Did he
more
say?
defined role players. They're not having like superstars, ex-superstars be role players. You know, like they have actual guys who are more career role players. I think it's easier sometimes for a role player to be a role player than to ask like Russ.
Is Maine on the team still? Man.
I don't think he's on.
Oh,
okay.
man, ain't on
Okay.
Where's
I'm just saying,
man?
I want to
Where is
throw
man?
out the
Listen,
Where the
naming
fuck
players
is
on the team.
man?
Yeah, it was on there this big
I
all
forgot
night.
man wasn't
Didn't
on
know they
that.
were. I mean, we literally
on the
watched
Clippers.
James Harden come into the locker room and he's sitting there just.
We did see that.
Come on, man. We seen the distance of the Clippers team. So
They traded Terrence Mann and Bones to the Hawks for Bogdanovich
Bogdanovich
before
is
the
good.
trade deadline.
That was this year though. He said last year.
No, he said this year.
No, he said
So
last
after the Harden trade last year, there was that video of James walking in the locker room, I think for the first time, and
Yeah.
Terrence Mann didn't look terribly enthused, but that's just a video, hard to infer. What was?
Man, there'd be a lot of animosity in them locker rooms, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no. Yeah.
I'd be happy if I had James Harden on my team. We go get some dubs.
Yeah, for sure. Harden made the playoffs every year of his career. But does it feel like you said, does it feel like he's taking a shot at Paul George? Because we know the biggest piece that's missing from the Clippers roster from this season compared to last season.
No, because they're both all LA guys. That the ones we want to name, LA guys that are friends.
Russ, the LA guy, PG from Palmdale, a little.
AU. They
little-
both.
I'm just saying,
They both played on.
Yeah, you know.
They both played on the pumps.
Did they?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't remember that. I played on the pumps, fool. So I don't remember Paul George playing on the pumps.
He did.
He did?
Yes.
Pump and run. Shout out to the Pump brothers, David and Dana, LA
He
Staple.
played? I thought he played for H.
Swaggy, everybody
Squad.
played for Pump and Run at some point.
I thought he played
If
for
you lived
H
in Los
Squad.
Angeles long enough, you made an
Yeah,
appearance with the Pump squad.
Yeah. We beat the Atlanta Celtics when I played, though.
So you don't feel like this was a shot at PG?
I feel like it is.
If you wanted to be.
Paul George doesn't bother anybody. I don't think it's a shot at Pete. I think it's just the holistic. I think he just needs to be able to be James Harden and have the right role players like just so defined. He's not going to be the kind of guy that I think thrives in like a super team. You know, I know that's not what Russ was back then, but when you have like 4 first ballot Hall of Famers like that all really believe they're still that, it's more complicated.
Yeah, for sure. And we had a story Bones Highland told. He was on IG Live and talked about how Russ was feeling disrespected by the team. He said he needed to walk in with the 75th anniversary jacket to remind everybody who he was while that was going on. So,
Just a whole bunch of people didn't really know what their roles were. Right in. This is why training camp is important, and the fact that they don't have training camp anymore. It's more like a Holiday Inn.
Damn.
And that's why everybody gets, hurt at the beginning of the season. And that's why the 90s, a lot of those guys played 82 games. It's a conditioning, right? Back then, you were allowed to train 6-7 hours if you wanted to. So back then, before the season started, there was so much conditioning for that month. By the time they got to the season, their bodies was well tuned. Now, training camp is walkthroughs.
Yeah.
So you trust your guy for the summer to have got his body in peak condition to get ready for his game one? No, that's not how it works, right? Right? It's just like lifting weights. I know you take 2 weeks off and then try to lift your max, you're gonna tear something.
Nah, for sure.
And that's what's going on now. So the fact that there's no training camp for everybody to establish or reestablish their dominance, for the pecking order to be pecked, and coaches out there doing what he does. Like, coach, you have no bearing on this pecking order. You can't say who's the alpha, who's the enforcer. You can't. You don't do nothing with roles. Your time is to split time. But when we battle, that's who's who. That cocky dude who come in thinking he been training all summer and he's the fourth guy. Now he think he's the number one guy or the number two guy, and then he get his ego checked in training camp.
Right.
Now he knows he's the fourth guy still.
Yeah.
Why they take the training camp away?
CBA type of stuff, right?
They just
Collective bargaining.
Well, some.
were they still doing training camp when you was in?
Yeah, but the last year I played with the Warriors, like Steve Kerr expect you to come in shape. Training camp ain't as big, and it's hard because we knew where we was gonna be at the end of the year. You got playoffs, and if you go in there like we used to do, like Byron Scott's and shit, you ain't gonna, come on, man, you be dead by the guy.
You did by the season
Yeah,
started.
by the season started. Like I done seen both. So, but with teams like that, yeah, I understand. You got KD, you got Steph, Clay, professionals, Draymond. They come in prepared. It's probably like 3 days, ain't it now?
3 days. 3 days of training. Yeah.
It's like 3 days. Now.
It used to be a week.
Used
2
to be a
weeks.
week.
It used to be like 2 weeks. Then it went down to a week, 2 a days, then 1 a day. Or first it was like 2 a days for 3 straight days. Then they'll break it to 1 day. Then it was like 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days, 1 day. Before we even had our first game. So we had at least 7 days of training camp.
2 days and shit.
They probably just relying on the
we
players
started on
to train
Monday.
on
By
themselves.
Wednesday, and I trained all summer.
Yeah.
I'm down to 207, 7% body fat. Day 3, I'm done. Everybody's walking in like, damn, coach, come on, man.
Yeah.
We can't, you know what I mean? So imagine if you're not doing all this, you go into the season.
Yeah.
Now you got to go against a dude that's coming 100 miles an hour at you. Yeah, you tweaking muscles.
Yeah.
Because training camp is my backup. And motherfuckers trying to make the team. I'm not playing against, if I'm the high level guy, like I don't think they understand the concept of it. If I'm a high level guy, my backup is actually not high level.
Yeah.
Right? He is a backup. So for the most part, I'm going against a Honda in training camp, and I'm still like,
Yeah.
if I'm not pushing my body, what happens? You done did 3 days of training camp and it's just been chilling, and then I gotta guard Steph Curry that first day.
You're in trouble.
But if your backup was Steph Curry, you would be the backup. That's what. But yeah, let's just talk about what he said. No.
I'd have been a shooting guard.
No.
I'd have been a shooting guard. I could beat that motherfucker out. I could beat Pazinski out, bro. I could beat Pazinski. I don't know what you talking about. I would beat Pazinski. You know what I mean? I feel right there.
I'm just saying, is it safe to say he was talking about everybody then?
I think he's talking about it.
Let's talk about
That's why I say
So it wasn't.
because Kawhi ain't been there either.
But Kawhi, don't disrespect. We just gave him his spot.
No, what I'm saying is, if you want to be technical,
He was there last night when it mattered.
no, what I'm saying is, Kawhi played 68 games last year,
68.
and he's played 31. So he's
37.
been without 30, he's been without Kawhi too. So he can say everybody if he wants to.
No. Look what.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If Kawhi wasn't there yesterday, they played the Lakers first round. You want that? Do you want that? If Kawhi wasn't there yesterday, Warriors win, and they play the Lakers, right?
We're worrying about the Clippers. Oh, that's 7 home games.
That's what I'm saying.
That's 7 home games.
That is a 7 home game.
That's 7
So
home
you
games.
gotta thank Kawhi. That 33 he had yesterday.
Let's talk about a big moment in that game, though. Overtime, Warriors down 2. Draymond, easy left-handed layup. Tries to get a foul call. I mean, big deal, not a big deal.
Should have dunked it
I think he was looking to pass it and realized.
all the time.
I think he was like seeking the foul. Which,
Yeah, which was wild.
yeah, I feel like he's not even that good of a free throw shooter.
He delivers in clutch moments, I will say that about Dre.
Yeah.
But it seemed like just easy layup to tie
he
it
probably
up.
expected a foul. It's tough, you know.
Have it in real time.
Yeah. Where's Kevin Durant going?
Clippers. No, I'm just playing.
Damn.
I mean, the only one that can afford him.
It's not true. When you say afford, what do you mean? They can trade for him?
I could afford him.
Afford him.
He's not a free agent.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You're the richest owner in the league. You can afford whatever you want, right? Orlando.
Well, you have to be able to trade.
Suns, I can give you $20 million. Let's make this trade somehow. I'm crooked. I'm gonna find a way to get what I want.
Gil's a master of loopholes.
Yeah. I mean, what you need over here? What you looking at over here?
I think
I got whatever you need.
I feel like it's going to end up being when it all shakes out. And by the way, I am rooting for the Lakers to win everything. I just want you guys to know that. But I think when it all shakes out, I think it's going to be Thunder Celtics. I think the loser trades for Kevin Durant.
Thunder Celtics finals, the loser of that final.
I said, like, wait, what the fuck Lil Dicky say?
But I'm rooting.
We forgot his government name. I don't think he said what?
I'm rooting for the Lakers. I want the Lakers to win.
Oh, okay.
I love JJ.
So you live in LA now. Are you a Lakers fan?
No,
by
I'm a
extension?
Sixers fan.
But do you have love for you still go to Lakers games and have more fun there than perhaps?
Yeah, like when they get like LeBron, I'm like, great. Now like life is a little better because the Lakers games are so much more interesting. And I love LeBron. I think I just love their individual players. I'm not necessarily. I'm a Kobe fan, so the Lakers were always historically my second favorite team behind the Sixers, only because of Kobe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Once Kobe left, I didn't really feel that way. I like LeBron. I love LeBron, and I love JJ Redick, and I love Austin.
Luka doing
like it's hard to find, it's hard to find people who like everybody. Like, you know what I mean? It's usually, if you like Kobe, you hate LeBron for some reason.
Nah, he know he got to see LeBron at one of them parties. LeBron been pulling up on.
When I used to have more.
LeBron gonna pull up on Little Dicky,
Yeah.
like, hey, Little Dicky.
No, I used to root against LeBron early in his career because of my love for Kobe.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed at the comparison, and then as time has gone on, I think that's just kind of an immature way to He's so great, and he's such a great dude.
Well, I'm a lifelong LeBron fan, so I used
Yeah.
to go at Kobe fans. When LeBron came to the Lakers, it was like, we got to put all that aside for the greater good. But it used to get nasty back in those days.
Yeah.
I'll just be real.
I mean, Clippers got a chance because of one player on the team.
Why?
Who's that one player?
They got a KB on there. Kobe Brown. They said K Brown. I was like, who the fuck drafted this? The fuck they picked this motherfucker
The
up?
Clippers, though?
Yeah. When I see that, I was like, K Brown, get the fuck out of here. Then I had to actually click on it. I was like, whew.
Yeah, why does
It's Kobe Brown.
Kobe Brown.
no K Brown mentions at any point in the show?
No, I'm just saying that's a horrible.
Kobe Brown.
That's your
crazy.
parents
You
is
can tell
fucked up.
he young, yeah.
You got the best and the worst.
Damn.
Your career is gonna be mediocre at best.
Wow.
It should be Kobe B.
And it
Not K Brown.
It said K Brown and not Kobe B. Mm-hmm. All right, well.
What that is.
Between the both of them, they had 63 points. They had 83 points.
Gil has other issues, so if you show you know where he's going with this. But let's keep this moving. Today's podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Since it's March.
You just got it, you big dummy.
That boy late.
He said 83 points. Okay, that's when it hit me. Oh, damn.
Unnecessary. Let's increase the piece in 2025.
Flew right over there. Yeah.
It flew right over.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Since it's March, Manscaped is getting ready for the Ultimate Grooming Showdown. It's actually April, but Manscaped's still doing it. This is the Manscaped Grooming Starting Five. At point guard, it's the Lawn Mower 5.0 Ultra, the Floor General, delivering smooth moves like a perfect assist. At shooting guard, it's the Chairman Plus, slick and dynamic, providing a face shave as smooth as a no-look pass. At small forward, it's the Handyman, compact and clutch, your quick, precise playmaker for those critical moments. At power forward, it's the Beard Hedger. Big beards need big-time power. This beast crushes even the toughest stubble with adjustable precision. And at center, it's the Dome Shaver Plus, dominating the paint, keeping your scalp so smooth you'll never get dunked on by stray hairs. Be the all-star of your grooming routine with Manscaped's full power shave portfolio. Head to manscaped.com/GillsArena. Use code GIL for 20% off and free shipping. Or if you need it today, you can find Manscaped at a store near you. Don't miss this opportunity. Your face and your balls will thank you.
I shave my dick with that product.
Oh my
You do
God.
use Manscaped for those
I'm not
particular
being paid to say that, but I do.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay. Quality.
You have
quality
you have the
that's
top
pretty
5 or
good.
you just got one?
I don't do anything with my scalp with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know what scalp he was talking about. I was like,
I have like
So you don't use the beard hedge or
I
the
have a
dome
razor for my beard that I think is more of like a traditional, like, I don't even know how to pronounce it, W-A-H-L, wall,
Oh,
whale,
yeah,
I
okay.
don't know. And then I got the manscaper for the dick and nuts.
Dick in the nuts.
Merely for the, okay.
Yeah, because I shave, I go totally clean.
The carrot
like
is-
That shit good. That,
Yeah.
make you look bigger. So
makes you look
go
bigger.
from
That
little
little
Dicky
gold.
to big Dicky.
Medium.
Shout out to Manscaped.
Yeah.
A quality product used by Little Dicky.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about the
He said he
Clippers.
shaved. That's big Dicky now.
laugh.
This is big Dicky now.
Heard that laughing?
Now, if you don't have no hair, you gain at least 2 inches, man. I'm just saying.
That
That
was
is,
the origin
that is
of
the
BJ.
rumor. That is the rumor.
No, that's not a rule. That's a
Manscaped.
fact.
So we talk Clippers. Let's talk a little Lakers. Lakers handled their business Friday with a win over the full-strength adjacent Rockets to get to 50 wins for the first time since 2020, lock up the 3 seed. Squadsman was playing well before the Luka trade, but has taken it to another level with Slovenian Jesus running the show. Purple and Gold is 18-10 with Luka in the lineup. So we got 2 Lakers fans. You live in LA. You support the Lakers. They were your second favorite team.
Yeah.
When Kobe was there. Still rock with them.
Yeah.
Entertainment venue. Gator, you grew up in LA. You're a Lakers Clippers fan.
Those are Kobe.
I'm a Laker fan.
Okay, I don't want to have to press you, but
no,
I
I'm
just
a
had
Laker
to-
fan.
We
Okay.
went to Kobe's last game.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was dope, bro.
yeah.
Kobe last game was dope.
So I just had to make sure. You never know. Sometimes,
I'm definitely
My
a
dad
Laker
played for the
fan.
Clippers growing up, so I, was indoctrinated, but saw the light. Came over
I used to
purple and
mess with
gold.
the Clippers when they had Ron Harper and all that.
Yeah. Very cheap ticket.
Darius Miles.
Shout out to
I
you.
mean, how do you feel
everybody
about the
did that
Wolves?
shit.
The matchup.
Easy work.
Yeah.
Not concerned.
Y'all see Isaiah Thomas, man, tripping on LeBron?
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Oh, okay.
But we cover everything here on Gills Arena presented
You
by
didn't see
Underdog.
it?
We'll-
Nah, what happened?
Oh, you got
That's why you know what we're gonna show you in a second.
Okay.
Some
It's
things
so
to discuss.
crazy.
Man.
So Lakers 18-10 with Luka in the lineup, 50-32, first 50-win season since 2020. What have the Lakers shown you since the Luka trade?
We champs.
We are, but I don't like this Minnesota. I don't like it.
Who do you like then? I think that's the best you're going to get in the West.
I'd rather see the Warriors than Minnesota. to
No
tell you the
way.
Right, you would have preferred a matchup with the Warriors. I mean, they have
true.
disposed of them easily.
Really? The Warriors are
Like,
scary.
they have been light
Well,
work.
just one person.
truth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just one.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you seen motherfuckers just miss a layup. We'll
Talk
take
about,
that.
I think playoff Jimmy's scary. I don't know. He's-
Oh, yeah. I
It's still
forgot about
20.
Jimmy. Jimmy
Yeah,
Nice.
it's still,
Still
21.
21.
It ain't
You know, it's
gonna
still
be
going to be
40.
21 points if that Jimmy comes. But for the rest of the team, they're just a bunch of,
Yeah, we ain't worried
We're not
about
worried about
Porzingis and
I don't know.
like Anthony.
If they still had Clay, it'd be
In the
bad.
moment, when you're in a close game against the
Podziemski?
Warriors, you have fear. You know what I mean? You're like, these guys have done it so many times. I'm like, it's same thing with football. When like Mahomes gets the, it's just like it inspires the team to know they've done it before. The Warriors have that it factor.
It's two.
there's 2 people did.
The Lakers
The
have
whole team now.
Jimmy's done it. Jimmy like carries teams, like mediocre teams to the finals.
I feel like Curry got to do so much more now, though.
Yeah.
It's like so much on him. Like, he got to shoot 80 shots.
Jimmy is. You guys are under.
Nah, Jimmy a dog, for sure.
He a dog.
Jimmy
but
in the playoffs, and I really feel like he can get to that level still. He's like a top 5 player in the NBA in the playoffs.
yeah,
He don't
but
be coming
playing
through
with
like that all the
he playing
time.
with
He comes.
Steph
I
now.
feel like in the last 5 years, he comes through. Like even when when the Sixers traded for him mid-season, he would come and he was the guy shooting. He hit game winners in the playoffs for the Sixers.
All right.
Took the Heat to the finals twice.
you did.
Those teams suck.
They do.
Those Heat teams are not good. Like
That's
they
a different mentality now. You know, you got.
Now he's a back row player.
He's thinking like a role player.
He's
not
like,
a-
he's like,
no, I think
he's like Michelle.
things will
Is he
change.
coming in the Steph world?
I know it's Steph World, but I'm telling you,
You mean,
he's going to get to the foul line. You'll see.
not
I just think in a
Michelle.
close
You
game,
gotta say, let's kill
teams
him.
will tighten up. People tighten up. People get less clutch or more
I
clutch.
just don't see him coming out like
That's what
dropping
I
like
say,
40
yeah.
like I used to. When he was in Miami, he used to be dropping like 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 50 points and all that. Like he said, he's just gonna be 21 points. And
No, I
that's
think he's going to score over 30 a bunch of times.
So y'all got to go to something you just said. You called Jimmy Butler Michelle. I'm assuming Michelle from Destiny's Child was the reference you were making.
I would
And
say.
Swaggy said not even a Kelly Rowland.
I say Kelly Rowe. Think about
No,
it.
Kelly Rowland started off as number 2 the whole time.
Yeah.
But she
So-
carried her own, you know,
But
she
she-
did her own,
But
her
he
own
started
album
off
like Jimmy.
as a number 2, so she understood the role.
He did too. With
Yeah, when you go
With
from
Derrick
being a
Rose.
star to then being backup, and you just out there just
nah, cause
Johnny Gill on New Edition. Yeah, they, you know what I mean?
No, they-
you know what I mean?
they don't
you know,
have
Bobby
enough.
Brown left now. Now he in Illa.
Eddie K.
But look,
Crazy.
he started off with Derrick Rose, went to MB,
Then he became-
and then became like Kelly Rowland did her own album. That's the Heat,
Then he got his own fame.
and they coming back.
Like we've been watching him. He really looked like he's trying to make it work.
He had
I don't like
30
that Jimmy.
yesterday though. He had 30.
I don't like that Jimmy. I like the Jimmy where he knows he's better than the person in front of him.
I've seen that a
So
few
he
times.
plays like him.
I see
Well,
that.
he should know he's not better
done
than
that.
Steph.
That's the problem. When he was with Timberwolves, he knew he was better than and more important than Cat. But he played like it.
Cat was young though,
But he played like it
and
though.
Cat was doing this in play.
But what
in
I'm
the
saying,
practice.
he played like it though.
Cat was like, oh my God. Jimmy was like, I can't take that shit, man.
Oh man. Like when Jimmy was in Philly, he knew he was like he was a dog in Philly.
I thought it was.
Like here, it looks like he knows Steph is the best, and he's like, all right, Steph, do your thing.
There have been a
I
few.
don't like that idea.
I've seen a few stretches on
Ask
the Warriors.
about
Jimmy,
Jimmy.
like 12 straight points, like being involved in like 16. Like I just feel like I've seen him take runs and get to the foul line that are more than just him playing the background. I think he knows that they don't have enough, and he has to be that version for them to have a shot.
Yeah.
Was it encouraging to see Jimmy drop 30 and 9 this
Yeah,
last
listen.
season?
When the
20
playoffs start,
shots.
when the playoff starts, I'm gonna see it. We got to see it
I
because
think he could take over a game if he want to, though.
but that's the problem. You don't have no option anymore.
he'll do it.
Everybody else's big two, they doing their thing.
Yeah.
So there's no option of you just sitting here playing this little back role. Because if we're gonna compare stars to the backup, LeBron James is the backup.
Yeah.
Are you LeBron James? Are you even producing like LeBron James? No. Are you producing like you're Murray?
Yeah, a little
Are
bit.
you producing like you're Brown? Are you producing like are you coming like you're Garland? Right? These number 2 options are actually performing. The number 3 option now is where Jimmy's playing the role at.
No. Who's
No,
Yes.
no. Think about it.
We can name everything.
Yesterday,
Yesterday.
James had 39, Kawhi 33.
Exactly.
Steph 39, Jimmy
That was
30.
yesterday.
That's what
Steph
it could look
36,
like.
Jimmy
It could
30.
look, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
talking
He
about
can put
you
up the
need the
buckets.
playoffs
Yeah.
because these guys are showing up every
But
game.
that was
He's
the
going to-
playoff.
That was a play, like
He's
Steph
not,
said, a
he's
game
not
7
scoring
vibe.
he's like scoring a good amount on the Warriors. Like when I
8,
watched.
10, 7, 12, 15.
Yeah, that ain't high enough for Jimmy.
I mean,
But that was a playoff atmosphere.
So he averaged 18, 6, and 6 in the 30 games he played with
that's
the
third
Warriors.
option. What is Reaves
But
averaging?
his last 3 games,
What
he had
is
20.
Reaves averaging?
20.
Okay.
But that's Papa
But
Billy
LeBron ain't
Reaves.
been averaging 20 something.
Reaves is our third option is averaging this.
Hey, come on, man. We got the best.
Beal averaging what?
Around like 17.
Bill is averaging 1 less point, and we want to get rid of him.
That's because.
But think about what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
The world wants, like, Beal is having a horrible year, and they need to trade him, and we're so bashing Beal, and Jimmy's averaging 1 more point.
But Jimmy's last 3 games, 27, 8 assists.
Ooh, I can give anybody last 3 games, and it'd be a miracle.
Because it's getting
I'm
closer
just,
to
I'm
playoff.
just telling you,
Yeah.
he's ramping
He
up.
picking it up.
He's
He
turning to
talking about
playoff
playoff
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I gotta see it. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying he can't do it. I know he can do it. I'm just saying, if you're talking about being a danger, you don't have room to be a third option. Like, that's supposed to be Pozinski's role. Pozinski's supposed to be putting in 18 guaranteed.
Hell no.
He has to.
Yeah.
He actually
How much
has
he
to.
average? How much was this average?
Like 14, 15, but let me
He has
double
to.
check.
This is the playoff. He has to.
He can't.
Everybody got to step it
If
up.
he do that, then Houston need to lose.
I mean, like this big threes now. It ain't 1 and
So
a half.
12 and 5 during the regular season.
I don't
But
really
he's
think
come on
it's big
late.
threes like that though. I think it's big twos and the rest is like great role players. Just
Houston Rockets or what?
Second.
Golden State, Houston Rocket. You would pick Houston to win
No.
that? Yeah.
I like
No
Golden
way.
State.
Yeah.
I like Golden State for that.
And then they'll have momentum, and then they'll have a series where
Golden
Jimmy
State
just
might not
dominated.
make it. Shit.
So, but Jimmy, I said 12 and 5 this season, but last 9 games, 18 and 6, 4 assists. So he's picked up the production. Came into Staples.
I believe it.
Looked the
Yeah.
Lakers.
Jimmy,
That's what he is
Jimmy.
as a Laker?
No.
I mean, as a Golden State Warrior.
Podziemski in his last 9 games.
Oh, position.
Yeah, but he had that, I think, 28 piece.
Oh yeah,
Do you fear the Thunder?
No.
Just because they're young?
I do.
Just young
They're
players.
so good.
They're good.
Regular season good. No different than
82 game good.
no different than the
That's it.
Suns with Steve Nash. Your regular season good. You're
So
great.
different though, because they're defense, whereas they're all offense. Like
Yeah.
they're like defensive dogs versus like pure offense. I don't know. At a certain point, they're just gonna win.
Yeah.
2 years from now.
They got a chance.
If I'm them, I'm trading for KD. They have all the parts to trade for him and still be incredible.
That is.
Yeah,
That would
bring
be crazy.
KD back. I'm like full circling his career. It's the one place KD can go where
Ain't nobody-
they're so good still and they're going to compete, and he's not going to be like punished perception wise because he like built that place.
Yeah. When they was talking about before trade deadline, KD going back to the Warriors, according to reports, he said he was good. He
Yeah, I
wanted
think
to
that's just
ride it out with the Suns, but
Yeah,
did
I
not
don't like
make the
seeing
playoffs.
players going back and forth to their old team, all that like that. It's crazy.
You're not rolling with it?
Yeah, he should be able to get it done with Buck. Devin Booker hard over there. Like I like Devin Booker game on me.
Yeah.
Nice. And
KD
then he
is-
got to compete with SGA. He gonna be going
Like
back.
KD is going somewhere. He's not coming. He's not. It's like
That is the
wherever he
rumor.
goes,
Gotta
it's going to
go
have such a
somewhere.
huge impact.
And that's the problem. Because wherever he decides to go shifts everything.
I hope you don't mess it up.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
just shifts everything. No matter what people think, you
Yeah,
can
we'll
call him a
shift- we'll
bum. A
shift
bum that
everything.
averages 28.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because if he go
Wherever
back
he
to-
goes is gonna shift.
yeah.
But it's not fully his choice.
But sometimes it don't shift.
It's not
It
fully
don't.
his choice.
Yeah.
You have to be able to have the parts to trade for him.
Yeah. So there's
Like,
a
you
few,
have to have
few
a
teams that
package.
have those parts that
Yeah.
come to mind. Spurs, obviously. You look at Thunder, what they have.
Spurs, I would like that.
I don't,
Yeah, I
I
would
don't
like
think that
to see
happening,
them
but I'm just telling you.
That would be crazy.
Spurs would be hard.
Because
Yeah.
it keeps the same legacy as he's been had before.
No.
Gonna put up some numbers. You're not gonna get close to a championship because the most dominant guy on the team ain't ready yet.
Oh, Wemby.
But he,
Yeah, he's not there
Yeah.
yet.
he can be the most dominant guy on a championship. KD can be right now.
No, not no
So he
more.
doesn't. Wemby doesn't need
Not
to be the
no
most
more.
dominant.
Yeah, but
guy.
you still
Not no
need
more.
you.
Wemby, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul, and KD. You don't think they can compete?
Yeah, that would be
They
Out of
gotta
your
crazy.
mind.
That'd be hard.
They would
But
be. And Wemby's going to be so much better next year than he is this year. And if Pop comes back, I don't know.
Chad also saying Houston as a potential option. Would you roll with KD?
Oh.
I don't
like
know,
that.
man. Everywhere KD been going, been fucking the whole team up. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't.
No, it's not fucking the whole team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
The
that. He
whole
went one.
team. Think about it, from
I mean,
Brooklyn to
That was
That's
the
just
whole
it.
team.
Yeah.
He
What
came
was
in
it?
with a team.
and what happened?
They all got hurt.
Yeah.
They only
Like
played
I
13
said,
games
every
together.
team has been
Yeah.
been fucked up.
Golden
So,
State wasn't fucked up.
I
They
wouldn't
won
want
2
to go. I
championships.
would rather go back home than go somewhere else and this shit don't work out. Then it just look like another.
Where is back home though? OKC or
Okay,
Golden State?
Because if I go somewhere else and the same thing happen, at some point I got to be the problem. I feel like,
You're the problem because you're the problem, and everybody else is getting hurt. That didn't even make any sense.
but nobody got hurt this year though.
They did get hurt. How many games have Bradley Beal played?
He didn't play mentally because he
can't-
wasn't playing.
Bradley Beal got
That
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
He's
That
not hurt
shouldn't be
now.
the.
He's not hurt now.
Bradley
If you're
Beal's
supposed to be a Bugatti for me, yeah, that does make a point.
Supposed to be a Bugatti. Bradley Beal played 53 games this season.
And how many games did Booker play?
53 a lot.
Bradley Beal good, homie.
Yeah.
I love KD. I think
Booker
he's
played 75 games.
That's a lot of
Averaged
games.
26, 7, and 4.
Oh, that's almost
They just
all
gave
good.
up too much for Bradley Beal. It's really that simple. Like he doesn't. Bradley Beal is not a Bugatti.
No, he's a Bugatti.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not the rare Bugatti, but he's in the Bugatti area. He
For
led
like a
the-
losing team, you can like score points on a losing
No,
team.
He's a Bugatti.
He went to the playoffs with the Wizards, right? They made the playoffs.
Yeah, he was nice
Excuse
with
me.
the Wizards.
Bradley Beal is an example of a winner by like him on the Wizards.
I hate the Wizards.
That's crazy. They were never.
But at one point, once, like, they did make it.
Him and John Wall. was
Bradley
crazy.
Beal is a good scorer.
Like I always say, somebody got to score on a bad team. But that one year they made the playoffs. You know.
I just you can't trade away all those guys. Like it's like role players really matter.
Yeah.
You bring in 3 superstars.
Tell them again. Say it
Role
again.
players really matter.
I tell you, them corner
Yeah.
niggas really matter, boy.
We loved you in Philly.
Little Dicky, no, I'm telling you. He hate to hear shit like that.
Hey, look at the
He think
Celtics. Look at the Celtics.
The
Like
stars are.
without those role play, I don't know. They're just like they're perfectly good. Like Drew Holiday is like a perfect.
That's an all-star.
See? You see what I mean? Look at it. He confused. Look how confused Lil Dicky.
It's an all-star. It's an all-star.
Lil Dicky.
It's an all-star.
No, up the dick. Lil Dicky.
I'm saying it's an all-star that's taking a lower role.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Just
How about Derek White? That's not an all-star. That's like a perfect role player.
that's perfect role player.
Yeah.
That's a perfect role player.
Gold medal.
So wait. You said Drew Holiday is not a
Ginobili
role
was the
player?
best role player.
And I said he was an all-star that
He used to cook you.
understood his role and
He's like
understood it himself. That's what I'm saying. The player has to be
But
willing
you don't
to
think that
sacrifice.
Philly-
You can't sacrifice the player himself.
But you don't think that 76er team was full of role players? Even Iguodala was an all-star. But is he considered a role player? Like a great role player?
Iguodala is a role player for
That's
sure.
But even in Philly, he wanted to be a role player.
But he was an all-star, though.
But he wanted to be a role player.
I think Drew Holiday and Iguodala.
A bunch of role players.
I think
Drew Holiday and Iguodala, I feel like are.
That's what I'm saying. That
They're
team
the
was
same.
a bunch of good role
I think you just think Drew Holiday isn't. By the way, I love Drew Holiday. He started the process, and he was borderline all-star. But if he was always put in a situation to be a role player his whole career, you would look at him as a role player.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a role
No,
player.
he's the best
though.
defender on.
for
He's like
real.
the best defender in the NBA, and he's just plays the perfect way. Derek White, like, that guy could easily have gone to a different team and be this random player who never even matters to anyone. Now he's like an Olympian.
Gold medalist.
Yeah.
So we got a few pieces of business. We asked the chat, best fit for KD. 41% said OKC, 21% said Golden State, 22% said San Antonio, 16% said Houston. And Lil Dicky, per your comment earlier, excuse me, Dave, I'm sorry.
Whatever you want.
Swaggy's fucking me up. Swaggy's fucking me up. Jimmy Butler, top 5 player in the playoffs. 53% of the chat said they do not agree with you. They don't think Jimmy Butler's still top 5 player in the playoffs. But this is Golden State, Jimmy Buckets, not Miami Heat, Jimmy Buckets. But let's talk little Lakers, where this conversation initially started before we went and veered around. A lot of controversy after Lakers named J.J. Redick as their head coach. Many saying LeBron's former Mind the Game podcast co-host wasn't the right man for the job. We remember. Before the season, Redick set a goal with the team of winning 50 games and at least being the 3 seed. He accomplished both of those goals. So
That's what he wrote?
He told the team, before the season started, look, I want to get 50 wins and I want to at least be the 3 seed. Rookie head coach.
Hey, can he be coach of the year or no?
He should be.
You think J.J. Redick coach of the year?
He's so, like, they got so lucky they didn't get the UConn coach.
Yep.
And they got J.J. Redick, because J.J. Redick is just going to be like Pat Riley for them for 20 years.
We feel like that was Fugazi. That was just Dan Hurley trying to get some more bread out of UConn.
Maybe.
Wasn't really going to happen, but,
I don't know.
he was working his magic with some former media members.
Who? Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted to be the highest paid college coach, so he put his name in so he can renegotiate his contract, and that's what he did.
Yeah, but I think LeBron wanted him. No?
Nobody wanted him.
Jimmy Williams?
Nobody wanted him.
Why? I think he's a good coach.
He's a good college. Nobody wanted him. He had his friend put his name in there and throw out the rumor. And because he already had a deal. He already had a deal in play that was already whatever. But after him winning the second championship, he wanted to renegotiate his contract.
I know.
So he put in, I'm going to the NBA, and they redid his contract so he can be top 5 highest paid.
But the Lakers was in.
Nobody was interested in him, man.
They reported it, fool.
Who know they didn't report it?
I don't know shit.
Who knows LeBron? You and me.
Kind of both.
Who knows Maverick? Me, you. Who knows Chris?
Yeah.
Who getting the check? Who gets the check?
Gil get a clutch check.
Who gets the clutch check?
Very open
I
about
with
it.
the clutch hat.
Yeah, you get the hat.
You Swaggy, you did wear the clutch hat. Started the process of getting the
Me
clutch
and
hat.
Paul, he's still
initiation.
buddy.
Nobody wanted that man.
Yes, they did. He was dope, man. I think he's a player coach for sure.
But Dave, you say you're friends with JJ. What was it like for you to see him lead this Lakers squad, third seed?
He's just, I mean, you could even see it as an analyst. Like, I just felt like as soon as he retired, I mean, I always saw him from afar, and like he looks appealing beyond his physical, handsome nature. But I just feel like he has a way with people, and there's just no bullshit with him. He keeps it so real. And he's coming from he's a former player, but not just any former player. He was like the best college player of the year. He was like highly scrutinized, and he knows what it's like to be, potentially like supposed to be like an all-star like player, then not be that, then like transition into being the perfect role player. And I think he has a great way of communicating, and I don't know,
You speak so well, man. Hey, did JJ beat you in college? Did y'all play each other? I just love the way you speak, man, about the role players.
Yeah.
Swaggy, a fan of role players?
But all those people who was talking, like all the people who was talking trash about JJ, are they gonna like acknowledge that they were wrong?
No.
That's all I'd be waiting for. Like, if you made a prediction at the beginning of the season and you said, this guy's not going to do anything, he sucks, he's the wrong guy, and he's in third and 50 wins like he said he was going to be, and that's exactly what he got, are you going to come out and say, oh, shit, we was wrong, or are you just going to just report the news? Like,
Who are you referring to?
all of them?
A lot of media pundits saying LeBron just hired his boy, unserious.
I guess, but it's like,
They
we
should
all
give
know.
credit to LeBron and JJ.
The
man.
GM.
Look, coaching really it comes down to a few things. It comes down to the way you communicate and relate to the players. No one could ever think he wouldn't relate to those players. Like, he was just them.
Yeah.
And he's like smart and cool. And then it comes down to like basketball knowledge, which clearly you can tell by his podcast. He's like a basketball nerd. Like, he knows everything about how to do it. And I think at the end of the day, he's just gonna. You can tell that man's going to try as hard as he possibly can. He knows what he's talking about, and he is going to like push the right social buttons, which really is that kind of feels like that's all coaching is.
And he got Luka too, though.
And I think before the season, I think Genie Bus, somebody on the Lakers said, reminded him of a young Pat Riley coming in, just kind of, look, we all kind of scoffed at that moment just because he was unproven, untested at that point.
Who said that?
I think Genie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
But
has
Pat
the
Riley did
characteristics
come
or
in and win
attributes.
right away, though.
You can get into LeBron and get into
This was a
Luka.
championship team, fool.
Let me just, Jenny Bus.
I think
Redick is a
Johan.
good
You
player.
don't think
Johan
they got the
Buha.
same type of team? Yeah.
But playoffs is all about the coaching. Really comes into play in the playoffs, I think, with the adjustments.
What we call a coach from Houston really do deserve it, though. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna- He do, because they don't have the
I don't
names
understand how
the
that
Lakers-
team
yeah,
wins.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
understand. I really don't
I
understand.
really don't either, I ain't gonna lie.
Basically, but like Pat Riley, similar trajectory.
That's
Started as an analyst, shifted
That's what I
over to
said.
the coaching chair.
She was only 18.
Very savvy, very solid business
Around the
acumen.
business. It's not-
She was 18 years old.
In the facility.
You didn't see the documentary? The
I
movie?
seen what they made, but she was 18
So,
years
but
old.
she was there.
She was 18 years old.
She
when
was running
Pat Riley
shit,
came.
though,
She
yo,
was a high
according-
school kid, so I don't
According to
really,
winning time.
I don't care what she
Women
was
is
talking
smart.
about.
Women is smart.
Yeah, she was,
So
Women
he
is
wasn't in the locker room.
How you know that, motherfucker? They had all kinds of
Debatable.
shit at the forum back in the day.
it was the form, good. It was
No,
turned
he was
up.
a new Pat Riley. I don't.
I think, but the drawing comparisons to Pat Riley was what
It's
was
just
coming
because they're
from the
both
Lakers.
good looking. That's really why it's like they're both
Ladies
like
loved Pat Riley back in the day.
they both have like good hair.
So JJ currently not in the top 3 for Coach of the Year. Kenny Atkinson, the favorite right now, followed by JB Bickerstaff and Mark Dagnall from the Thunder.
That makes sense.
Fair.
JJ 4th.
Cool.
That's cool. Because he did get Luka. That
Yeah.
changed a lot. If he was,
So it wasn't Genie. I think the Lakers put that out there, though. That was internal reports from Jovan Buha from The Athletic that they were comparing him.
think about
The
it.
Lakers put that out.
That was kind of reports coming from inside the organization that they saw him as a young Pat Riley.
Oh, okay.
Because if we were stuck
Sorry
with
for putting
AD,
that on you,
we wouldn't
Gene.
be in this- we wouldn't be in the 3 spot, I don't think. With AD, we not in that 3 spot.
I don't know where we are. We're in the 3 spot now, so that's all that matters.
Slovenian Jizz
Let's go.
Are you happy that trade didn't happen with Connect?
for Mark Williams with the
Yeah.
Hornets.
I don't know.
I don't know now.
Like I pay attention to Mark Williams now because we traded for
He
him.
been playing all right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
double guy back there playing D.
He's been playing very well.
Yeah, but that team is so bad.
Because now Hayes comes off the bench as a. I mean, that probably puts us. It's
Hayes
not
got
like we
game.
use Connect like that, so it's like, damn, we would have
Yeah.
used Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do use Connect, so start.
No, we don't.
Nah, okay, Connect.
I don't understand what happened
Yeah,
there.
he's been chilling.
How could he have failed a
Lately.
physical and come back and plays every game?
Because it's
Because we failed him.
I know. So what? You just had regret?
They checked the knobby knees.
It's like when you wake up in the morning and be like, oh shit, Little Dicky.
I understand. I don't love my rap name. to be honest.
This is a good name.
It works. It
very
works, so I
catchy.
love it forever. But I know that it's terrible.
Young man also would have been.
Nah.
Young man or
I like it.
It's
like it. It's
it's
funny.
like my curse to bear.
Yeah.
Lil Dicky,
When is his contract up?
Who?
Mark?
Williams, let me double check.
Damn.
That's the thing. The Lakers are going to be even
No, I'm
better
just
next
saying.
year.
I don't. If he's up this summer, that would be a smart. That would be.
Because next year,
Oh, we just get him for the Lolo.
Yeah.
Would you want to get him Noah? Would
Yeah,
you
they
wanna
need
come
someone
here
like
after
So he's got I think a couple more years
Would you want to come here after that though?
in the qualifying offer.
Lakers, dog. Would you rather be in Charlotte or come to LA?
LA.
It depends.
And you can start. I'm pretty sure every big man around the league is like, oh my God, I can start for the
But they
Lakers.
could. Man,
next year the Lakers they're going to build their actual team. This year they kind of we're like, oh my God, we just won the lottery somehow, and we're going to adjust, and maybe we'll win the whole thing.
And
But
that's
next
exactly-
year they're going to build.
Playing
the
in Charlotte would
team.
be dope though.
That's exactly how I looked at it. When we got Luke, I'm like, oh, 2025 is, or 2026 championship is ours.
Yeah.
And then the way they're playing, I'm like, we can fuck around, get it this year, but guaranteed next year is ours.
By getting Luka, they also got LeBron.
We don't really do shit in the summer as the Lakers. We don't never like.
Yeah, we do.
Who we got over the last couple years in the summer?
LeBron James,
Dwight Howard.
Anthony Davis,
That was doing it here.
Dwight
We
Howard,
got
Nash.
through
Yeah.
trades. We
Yeah,
got
we
Luka. We
traded
got
Gasol.
AD through trades.
No, but LA.
I'm talking about
Lakers,
with LeBron after we won the
Lakers
championship.
only.
Black and Mild came through too.
After we won the championship, what have you done in the summertime?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about just history. History, the Lakers use their pieces to steal other pieces. They've never actually built through the draft.
I know. That's
It's
what I'm
always
saying.
we
Since
draft
the
somebody,
bubble
then we go get.
championship,
I mean,
go
since the
ahead.
bubble championship,
We got
We go a long time here on this show,
we
so
got Vincent.
good.
We got fucking. Who else we got in the summertime?
I mean, yeah.
Shamar Moore.
Recently, yes, but for the most part, the legacy is built off of trading for stars.
But that's why I said lately we ain't been doing nothing in the summer.
Legacy built off of trading for stars, made a big trade before the deadline, landing Luka. LeBron, still a very, very solid number 2 option. His streak of 25 point per game seasons was snapped.
I don't even think he's
20 straight seasons averaging over 25 points per game.
He's
Snapped
the
this
number
year.
one.
He only
Oh,
averaged 24.4.
Yeah.
Only averaged 24.4 this
couple
year.
games.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Along with 8 assists, 8 rebounds, played 70 games this year. In year 22, at 40 years old, Bron proved he could still be a high-level player, will likely make an All-NBA team. But I need to ask from you 2 former players, Gil, you in your 40s as well, Swag, you'll be there soon enough. How absurd is it to see LeBron still playing at this level at 40 years old?
Bro, I stopped playing at that level at 30. So, so this is very impressive. I mean, history says it's impressive.
yeah.
The history of basketball says this is actually impressive.
Who have we seen do it at this age?
It's a clone, bro.
Probably just Wilt is probably the only person who Wilt and Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was
Don't
Jordan.
compare
I mean,
Wizards Jordan to this.
Wizards
LeBron.
Jordan averaged 20. He was all right.
Doesn't matter. This LeBron doesn't even look
Yeah,
bad.
come
He
on,
looks
man.
incredible.
But no, Wizards Jordan didn't look bad either.
Yes,
He looked very much like bootleg Jordan. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Compared to
I mean,
Michael
compared
Jordan?
to before. But
Yeah, LeBron does not look like bootleg LeBron at all. Like he just looks like a little bit different, but he doesn't look slow, unathletic. I honestly think that he's currently still a little better than Luka. I understand that Luka's their number 1 scoring option and playmaker, but gun to my head, I would rather have the ball in LeBron's hand, at the end of a game, present day, which is insane because Luka's 25 and the best player in the NBA, and you still have to think about it. You didn't have to think about that with Jordan on the Wizards.
Yeah, but if we're comparing them to, but just history themselves, the 3 best players at this age is LeBron,
His numbers-
Jordan, and Wilt.
His numbers,
We'll stop playing at 36, though. Just so you know.
When did Tim Duncan stop?
Kareem.
Oh, Kareem. I'm sorry.
Kareem, fool.
No, he was still not that.
Kareem won a championship, right?
what were LeBron's numbers this year?
24.4, I think, 8 assists, around 8 rebounds.
Karl Malone. What was Karl?
Oh, Carmelo. That's
Karl Malone. Yeah, Karl Malone.
What about Tim Duncan? How old was Tim Duncan when he stopped?
Duncan.
So Duncan stopped. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right
38,
now for you.
39.
Stopped at 39. He only averaged 9 points per game, 9 and 7 his last year.
I hope LeBron goes as
Played
long as
60
he
games.
can without ever
And
being
they
like a
bigger,
bench
too.
player. But I think he can do this for. He doesn't.
LeBron
even-
gonna be a coach one day, probably.
It's gonna be an owner.
That'd be hard.
Man.
That'd be hard.
The only thing I don't want to happen during this is LeBron take too much of a backseat where he gets comfortable. Because that age will creep up on you, you know. I think right now, I don't want him chilling too much. You know, it's too easy for him being that second or third option. games like yesterday had, 12 points or something like that?
It's crazy to hear him be the second or third option.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
I don't want him being comfortable being that third option.
He's not
I'm
the third
comfortable
option.
with that.
No.
I'm
Because he
comfortable.
playing like, you don't want him playing
Comfortable.
like slow and.
He's 40. I'm comfortable with
But
him.
he's not playing 40. We 40. He's not.
I'm 65. Okay. But I like the way LeBron's playing right now. Let Luka
great.
do all the heavy lifting, and then when that finals or Western Conference Finals, LeBron will have enough energy to take over.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was watching the Olympics this summer, I was like blown away at how like LeBron is clearly the best player on Team USA,
Right.
and like
Crazy.
totally dominating every key situation. And that was like 6 months ago. So
God bless America.
yeah.
When we was playing against, see, I got close up. Like, I got to see his mind and how he played 3 straight seasons of playoffs. And that's where you really get to see a player up close because okay, he wants to do this. We're going to cut this off. How is he going to adjust? Right? So, as the Wizards, we threw everything at him.
You were like his rival.
Yeah, we doubled him. We're going to make him have 50 assists.
Yeah.
He had that and the 50 points.
Yeah.
All right, let's just make him, they don't help, just make him a score. He did that and still found people, right? We really just tried everything against a young LeBron, not even a mature mind LeBron.
Yeah.
And he was moving through, us. So I kind of said, I remember I told like Unprofessional, if anybody ever, asked him, I said, man, when that dude is done, the day he leaves, he's gonna average probably about 19, 5, and 5.
I don't think
That's how easy it is for him.
Damn.
I mean, he doesn't. He's still the eyeball test. He looks like one of the more athletic players in the NBA at 40.
That's crazy. That's
Which is crazy because you watch him at 40, you watch him his whole career.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, but even still, but comparatively to what we're seeing nowadays, it's still up there.
No, see, that's the problem. And that's why if you're not a basketball fan, then you're so amazed at how he looks now because you didn't really look at him then.
Yeah.
Like, he's not athletic. He's just still tall, right?
No, he was just like the biggest
head
freak
was
of
at
all
the
time
rim.
back then.
His head was at the rim.
This doesn't matter. No one's
His head is at the net now.
I know.
So you can see he lost a lot.
but his
When
ability
he
to.
caught that one-hand live the other day?
Yeah. All
That's the only thing.
All fingertips.
His vertical.
No, he was up like this.
His vertical is just not what it used to be.
His speed, and that's what I'm saying.
His end-to-end speed is still crazy.
Because that's back then.
No.
He was that fast, that strong,
Yeah.
that it was so unreal. Today, because he's still faster than everybody, he looks like he's moving at this high level speed.
He is.
Back then, he was running so fast that it wasn't. You blink, he was gone.
I know, but back
so
then.
that's why I said I watched it where he was coming down and you hit LeBron, you were done. I had to take a Toradol shot because he was running and I tried to stop him, messed my wrist up, couldn't shoot. So I had to take a Toradol shot just so I couldn't feel the pain. That's how fast he was moving. Dislocating shoulders.
I understand, but that means he's the fastest, most athletic player of all time, back in his prime, right? And then right now, he's not that. He's not the fastest, most athletic player of all time.
Yes.
He's still like a top 10 athlete as far as starters in the NBA. Like, sure, there are some athletic guys off the bench who can do crazy shit. I don't think people can run end to end and like actually make a play as fast as him presently.
That's why I be looking at him, I'm like, yeah, he look old. Because I said all the time, oh shit, come on, old man, when he be coming down. Because I remember what that looked like then. So I see the big difference.
Yeah, you see it.
Right? I can see trust me, it's a big difference. When he jumps now, you can challenge it.
I just seen the
Then
windmill the other
don't
day.
even think about even jumping up there.
I'm not saying it's not a big difference.
I'm not saying it's
but
not a big
he's
difference.
40 years old.
I know, but that's how far he
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
That's how far he was in front of everybody. Even when Vince jumped, when he was with the Hawks, you still did this because he jumped so high when he was younger. Even this knuckle dunk feared people.
The knuckle dunk.
Like, some guys, they just, they go from 44 to 40
Vince?
when the average is 40. Like, Vince outjumped Wiggins in summer.
I just
On a
think
jump
there's
shot.
nothing about, for example, like Jason Tatum that like jumps out to me as like that much more athletic than LeBron right now.
He's not.
Dave,
Which is crazy.
I would
He's
just
like,
caution you
No, he's not.
We have some issues with Boston Celtics fans over Tatum comments.
No, he's just.
You were free to say
I'm
whatever
just
you
saying,
want.
that's like a
Tatum hard.
26-year-old,
Hey,
like
Tatum
prime
could jump
athlete,
higher than
6'10" guy who's like a superstar winning championships, and physically he's the same as 40-year-old LeBron. That's crazy.
No. They're not physical the same. That's just
Who, LeBron is better physically?
no.
I mean, I understand. It's not.
Who has a higher vert, you think?
Right now, I say Jason Tatum.
But the fact that you have to think
By a
about
lot.
it is crazy.
By a lot?
Yeah.
By a lot. Gil was doing some research.
Well, because he's younger and all. Yeah.
I'm just.
Young Tatum, but LeBron prides himself on taking care of his body. That brings us to our next topic. So during the NBA TV pregame show before the Lakers-Rockets game on Friday, showed a video of LeBron doing his pregame workout routine. LeBron was shirtless while doing it, which Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas was not a fan of. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
You gotta watch this.
I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league. We ain't, you know, at the YMCA.
Listen, I think coaches got to go back to suits.
Absolutely.
I just mean
Absolutely. You know, I just think
college and pro.
I just think the professionalism in our NBA league has diminished so much. And I look, I like LeBron, I'm a fan of his, so forth and so on. But to walk out on the floor before a game with no shirt on and shoot, I mean, come on, man. Where we at? What we doing? Where we at?
So Zeke went on to say that Adam Silver should fine LeBron for the shirtless workout. So after the Lakers beat the Rockets to lock up the 3 seed, Bron appeared to subtly acknowledge Isaiah's comments with the following tweet. So he posted, man, I was going to say something, but it's useless at this point in my career. Anyways, more important, congratulations, JJ, on a 50-win season in the West and postseason nod. That's fire.
See what I mean? Old motherfuckers.
And he gave him a salute.
This old motherfucker out there with his shirt off looking good. You see? They wish they could look like that.
Let it be known. So for context, this video was shot hours before the game. LeBron has been known to go shirtless during these game day workouts in the past.
Yeah, before everybody.
But is Isaiah Thomas spitting or tripping saying LeBron's shirtless pregame warm-up was unprofessional?
I don't get that, man.
Tripping.
This was hours before the game. That video, they were running.
That's the problem with the old heads, right? You know, back in their day, you know, they showing up the earliest 6 o'clock to a 7:30 game, right? So, yeah, when you came to the arena, it's you and your teammates, you know. So, and then there's staff members in there. When LeBron or Kobe came to arena, it's just them.
Yeah.
Right? So this is no different than practice to them, right? You're coming out there. There's no one actually in the gym but you, right? Maybe at some point during that workout when LeBron's supposed to be out here at 2:30, maybe the camera crew, but usually the camera crew's not even there.
You're probably setting up.
Right?
Setting
The
up.
cheerleaders would be the first group, and they're before the camera crew. Right? Like, you have to beg, like that means they have to beg the people to put the rims up. Because usually the rims are down, probably because the hockey team was in there. They just finished putting the floors in. It's shit like that. So that means the camera crew should be fined for even trying to capture this footage. That's who captured this footage. It's the camera crew pushing the on button because LeBron James is there.
Yep.
I mean, he was really kind of at the height of professionalism going there so early and like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you ever go to the gym at 2 o'clock? No, the answer's no.
And it's crazy because after the game, y'all be in the locker room with y'all shirts off and the media be interviewing y'all. So what's the difference?
That's the stuff the fans see.
That's
The
crazy.
fans see us with our shirts off doing interviews.
Yep.
There's not one fan that can say they seen LeBron James working out.
Meat watching
Crazy.
in the locker room
Put a
post-game.
towel on, yeah.
Like, was it last year during the playoffs? It was last year during the playoffs when they were catching LeBron James coming to the arena at 1:30. Because they start hearing about it, like, he does what? So then the camera crews start showing up that early to get him walking in the arena.
Yeah, he shouldn't get fined for that, though. That's like telling a man not to be a man.
Something about Isaiah Thomas that seems to rub people the wrong way.
They used to wear them damn nut huggers. They used to be fine too. Fucking showing the cuff of their ass while playing. What type of shit is that?
Like I can say if this was at
Those were the times, Swaggy. Those were the times.
if the gym opened up and the fans was in there.
If it was the layup line.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, the layup line, yeah.
But you're talking about this is actually his own time.
Yeah.
This is, you know what I mean? This is his own time. That means he had to take a cab there or drove there before anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Why waste the laundry?
It's weird. It is,
Why even say something about that?
So you guys are not supporting
no, no. Find a cameraman for turning on the camera.
Hell
They
no.
did that.
Not with the outfits they used to wear back in the day.
They were trendy and stylish in those times, Swaggy.
They had the
I
damn.
think his main point is that he probably feels deep down there's like a lack of care, and that lack of care is impacting people's perception on the game.
I can see that.
Which is fine, but like you pointed out, if we got somebody
I don't think
hours
LeBron's the guy to go after. Like, I
but
think he's
hours
the
before the
opposite.
game, putting the
Yeah.
work in, literally perfecting my craft, being
Yeah.
at the gym way earlier than everybody else. Does that kind of balance out the
Yeah, but he don't know that. He just watching the video.
Yeah.
He didn't even think about processing what he's seen.
But you can't see. He's thinking part of the bigger picture. And
The bigger
LeBron
picture
had to
is
be
the bigger
straw
picture is
that broke the camel's
the
back.
bigger picture. I'm here at 1:30. I'm here at 1:30.
I mean, he
I'm here
probably
before
fucked
every
that was
coach. I'm here before the general manager. While everyone's eating lunch, I'm
know,
here.
but this-
that's like at a job.
feel like-
At a job, if you're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock and you're there at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm telling you about what you wore.
But
How dare I?
LeBron-
Like literally, you want to come in sweats and flip flops, and I'm sitting here put a dress code on you, and you're not even on
the clock.
On the clock.
Right.
He
That's
probably,
crazy.
it's unfair, and I think it's totally
He probably
wrong.
just took
I'm
a
totally
strike.
on LeBron's side, but he probably, you know, deep
Yeah.
down right now is
Yeah.
dissatisfied with the current state of like how much players care and like how it goes as far as like them moving around and like all types of things. And he looks at the current state of the NBA as LeBron's NBA. And he probably thinks that like LeBron is somewhat responsible for, you know, everyone having their own personal brand and personal things, which I think is good for LeBron. He's like cracked the code as far as like not ever being owned by like all these people, and he's doing exactly what he wants, and he's being the best player of all time along the way, never doing anything like wrong ever, and just being the best man to everyone that he ever meets. I think LeBron is the wrong guy to go after.
yeah.
Well,
No, it's the easiest because
It's the easiest.
It's like you blame him for everything that has nothing to do with him. Mm-hmm. Oh, they flopped. LeBron did it.
Well, he's been getting that his whole career. LeBron gets blamed for everything.
Anything that happens, you blame LeBron. But I can say, who did y'all follow back in the '90s for drinking and gambling? Because all y'all were drinkers and heavy gamblers. Who are y'all following in? But y'all not gonna give that responsibility to that person. Just being honest.
Well, I follow. All
I mean, the yellow eye demons. That's what we call them, right? The yellow eye demons. Kidneys done.
a lot of people follow them, though.
Everybody followed. Everybody wanted to be a gambler. Everybody wanted to party and drink. And
There's no social media, so they couldn't
right.
get
So
caught.
who was the responsibility for that? Though? I mean, nobody, huh? Everybody was their own man at that time, golfing and smoking cigars. Y'all all '90s golf because of one man.
Yeah.
Y'all all got golf memberships to this day because of only one man.
I'm gonna guess it wasn't Tiger Woods.
Yeah, they was golfing before the game. Like we're gonna do. He golfing. Let's go golf.
Yeah.
Before the game. But yeah, y'all don't give.
What
a
about the people that follow Magic Johnson? Back in the day. Like,
They winners. They winners.
So
Everybody didn't just
They
follow
winners.
Jordan. That's what I'm saying.
No, everyone followed Jordan.
So we asked the chat if Isaiah Thomas is spitting or tripping with his comments about LeBron shirtless workout being unprofessional. 87% of the chat said that he is tripping. So let's move on. Got to show Austin Reaves a little love. Coming off the best season of his career as a pro, career highs in points, rebounds, assists, minutes per game, to show why he is the best third option in the league right now. So during a recent interview, Reaves had some interesting comments on being a white hooper in the league and overcoming the stereotypes. This is what he said. Said, quote, as a white guy in the NBA, I sometimes look at white players and I'm like, they're not very good. So it's a stigma that I think is real. Shout out for being open and honest. Limit Daddy, as you know, if you've seen the billboards in Los Angeles. So,
That's why you got the
Tres
shirt on?
Leches.
That's disrespectful, to be honest.
Tres Leches.
Yeah,
But
that
Bird
is.
said that though.
It's some dope white players. He tripping.
No, I'm just disrespectful to put Luka with the two of them.
Tres Leches. They're all on the Lakers, Gil.
I know, but you can put the other two in the back.
So, they should have been small. Lake Show, make
no,
them
this should have
smaller.
been in the back. You know,
Blurry face in the
just in the back.
like the Stillwater shirt. But Reaves head coach J.J. Redick was in a similar position during his 15th season in the league, offered these thoughts on the subject. He said, I think every guy in our shoes has experienced some level of this, where you're going to be tested, and truthfully, no matter how many times you pass that test, you're going to be tested again. Obviously, NBA predominantly black. And despite being the majority of the American population, white hoopers are the minority in the league. So you understand what Reaves and Redick are saying with their comments about white hoopers in the league.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
would love a white boy to guard
We
you in
passed
the
that
NBA.
though, man. I think it was accepted.
Still
already.
love it at 24. Fuck him on me.
Oh yeah,
Right here.
easy work.
Give it to me. I'm gonna score now. He guard me.
Oh
like,
man.
like imagine you see Lil Dicky on you at 24.
Shooter, they say
At
shooter.
24, and he guarding you. What you think?
Say shooter, or you
Every
locking
time I
Gil
walk
up
up-
at
It's
24?
gonna be a good
I'm not.
day.
It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna get some good work today.
I'm definitely not a defender.
That's what.
About it.
That's why. You know what I mean?
We know not to leave you open. Though.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Nah, you for sure got a jumper.
No, I'll score with the best of them.
Okay.
I just can't really guard.
When did you shooting with Lethal Shooter?
No, not yet.
Are you gonna work out with Lethal Shooter?
Maybe one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to work your way up to.
Honestly, I've had back problems the last 2 years. It's a shame. I used to play 3 times a week.
Okay.
But why is that? When y'all train is only shooting and stuff, like y'all are great shooters. Like white people are great shooters. So what do y'all do when y'all train?
I do shoot a lot.
See,
but-
that's what, like
No, I think we're athletically, we are what we are. So it's like there's only a few things that we can probably maybe dominate I'm never going to be able to dunk. No matter how much
that
hard
three-point
work
line.
I put in, I'm never dunking. It's just not happening. I'm 5'11" and Jewish. But I can work my way up to be
JJ.
a better shooter than fucking, I don't know. The thing is, I've seen Ben Simmons shoot in practice and wanted to think I was a better shooter, and he makes everything.
Hey, people think I'm stupid when I say that.
He makes everything.
That's why I said it's mental.
I be watching,
I don't think there's not many NBA players that aren't unbelievable shooters at this point. I feel compared to the general public.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely the best shooter of any rapper.
You are the best shooter in the rap game.
Shooter, no question.
Okay. Have you cooked other rappers in your travels?
I've played in a few celebrity games, and
You got Chris Brown. You got
I'm definitely a
Simba.
better shooter than Chris Brown. I'm not saying I'm better at basketball than Chris Brown.
You got Simba. Simba could shoot.
I think J. Cole is the best.
J.
You know who
Cole?
the best shooter is? Is Dave East, because I went to University
Dave
of Richmond when he was
East,
there. He was
yeah.
literally an A10 freshman. He was on the A10 freshman team.
Okay.
Or at least the preseason. He was supposed to be. He got kicked out of school. He's an incredible shooter. Any D1 shooter is a better shooter than me. Maybe J. Cole is a better shooter. I don't know. I haven't seen Cameron play
Mace?
enough. I believe that if you put me, if you get the racks out and no money ball, we're just literally just doing shots.
Well, we do have a Gil's Arena shootout presented by Underdog Whoop Whoop that we did have our first installment last year. We're getting ready for a second installment.
Oh,
in the near future.
I'd love to be a part of it.
Okay.
If it's in
Yeah,
LA.
shoot out today, man.
Yeah, no, we stay local.
Yeah.
We may travel a little bit just depending on if Underdog cuts the
Yeah.
check or not.
You know how bad it is to be
Top flight accommodation.
a white boy who couldn't shoot.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
That is, it's like
It's not many of them. That's what I'm
done.
saying.
It's like being.
Sean Bradley.
What do you think of Cooper Flagg?
I like Coop.
I like to.
He's the first American
I
white
love
guy.
that. Yeah, I love that.
Since
And who can probably
since what? Is it since Burd?
Since Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what am I saying?
No.
Jay Will kicked
No,
the door
Austin
off.
Reeves is right
He
here.
wasn't even drafted.
Doesn't matter.
And look what he's done, Gil.
No, you're talking
Overcome
about
the
the name
odds.
itself, like the hype behind him.
But he's obviously really good, aren't you?
Who?
Austin Reeves.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the Cooper Flagg's name,
No, but now he's there.
you're talking about since Christian Laettner, probably. No.
JJ Redick.
Christian Laettner was hard.
JJ.
JJ.
Nah,
Jason Williams.
who else was J?
I just talked
Morris.
Adam Morrison,
Adam Morrison.
Oh right.
who was a bucket getter despite what
bucket.
anybody said.
Man.
If y'all don't
Same
remember
with
him in college.
Jimmer Fredette.
Exactly.
Fredette.
Yeah.
But nobody had Jimmy going. Nobody had Fredette going in the top 5.
Yes, he wasn't.
He wasn't going in the top 5.
He was like
Steph helped him.
But he wasn't supposed to go in the top 5.
He went top lottery.
Steph made him an NBA prospect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went lottery.
Austin Reaves averaging 26 and 5.
We're
I'm
not
just
talking
talking
about
about
Austin.
Austin.
Where did he go? When did he get drafted?
It doesn't matter. He overcame the
talking
odds.
about
What
his
was
draft
drafted
name.
He has billboards in Los
We're
Angeles.
talking about his draft name since,
That's fair.
we're talking about, since Burd came in, since.
Was Jimmy for that lottery?
Jimmer.
He went to Sacramento, right?
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, this is the biggest. But
was.
Cooper Flag got the hype.
He was the 10th overall pick in 2011.
but
He's
you're
supposed to be
talking.
like Steph.
There's only a top. That could have went 1, 2, or 3. You're talking about.
So you put Flag on that Christian Laettner level again. People go back down memory
Yes.
lane. Laettner was
the best
that dude.
Yeah, he was killing it.
But he's the only one that can probably
Do it.
actually do
Yeah,
what.
Laettner, no, I don't even think.
Because everybody he has the athleticism,
He's
right? He has the
cool.
height.
He's cool. Yeah.
He can create his own shot for the most part, but he plays hard as hell.
Yeah, he not afraid to bang up.
Yeah, he
He
so
played hard. He got black friends,
Yeah, Christian Laettner went to Duke all 4 years. Cooper Flag 1 season.
Dressed
Freshman
the
number
part.
smacked what Laettner was doing.
yeah, but he wasn't athletic
got a
enough to
Hellcat.
compete. So you're not worried about
But
it.
he has swag though.
Like even Hayward, I don't know where did Hayward go in at Gordon Hayward?
Oh, he was hard. I remember him. He played for the Hornets.
yeah.
He had that
But what
jumper.
was his draft status?
I'm pulling up
He
right
was
now.
definitely
for you.
top 10.
Yeah, he was number 20. He was sick.
No, he was 9th overall pick, 2010.
Butt injured?
Chase.
Oh.
He was like the 7th pick or something like that.
Yeah, because he was
Maybe it wasn't Cooper Flag.
I know, but
So I'm
Now he's a volleyball. He's
We're talking about Cooper Flag, right?
Just want to read Reeves' comments to you one more time. As a white guy in the NBA, I sometimes look at white players and I'm like, they're not very good.
I don't know though. I think Jokic is kind of like changing everything. He's like,
No.
European.
but he's still white, and he's like, and physically he's white.
No. Yeah, that.
Like, but the athleticism?
No, Diggy, don't do that.
no Dicky.
Nah, don't let that. Now you feed into the narrative trying to bring in a Euro to replace.
Yeah.
What
We talking about white Americans.
Yeah.
And overseas is different.
Because
Like, you
Austin
can't-
Reaves is literally saying white America.
White America.
No,
y'all,
Austin Reaves is saying that white people can't guard. And white people aren't as good in the NBA. And I just think Jokic is just like,
Yeah, they don't.
I know he's
They're not
smart,
consider him.
but he's
they
not
don't-
even athletic.
They don't consider him, Luka. They don't put them in that
They're
category.
not in the white player category.
not in the white
They're
category.
Euro.
I guess Luka's another prime example. Like,
Yeah, they don't put them in that category.
They should be.
Steve Nash.
But the thing is, they both.
They don't.
The thing that we just
That's
credit
true, too.
white
That's
people
crazy.
for basketball, I feel like Jokic and Luka, they're both like athletically lacking.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. 'Cause
Bucket
Like,
getter.
like when you say Austin Reaves is like I'm the best white boy.
Papa de Limon.
no, he's
What
not.
about the guy
He's not.
Yeah.
Boston?
He's
Who's
not.
him?
Hayden
Was it
Pritchard?
Pritchard's what? Him, Pritchard.
6 man. We
Feels like Austin
bench
Reaves
players
makes the
talking like
most
starters.
of himself.
Who is the best? It would be him.
Pritchard is about to win 6th man of the
It'd be
year.
him, Pritchard.
Who is the best, Gil?
The best who?
American.
White
White
American?
American in the league right now.
It's definitely Reaves.
Yeah.
Papa de Limon.
That's why he wants that category. That's why they separate.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah, but when 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA are white right now,
Nah, they foreign.
those guys, that's like extra white.
No,
That is a fair
I can argue
argument.
that. They're not like growing up playing AAU. Like they're like in Lithuania, like with like a bunch of
professional.
random other white people.
they play professional.
Yeah, they are playing professional.
You put Chet over. Chet.
Chet.
I think Austin over Chet.
Yeah, of course.
At this point.
Chet is just hype. He ain't the.
No,
he ain't
that's
the-
not
no,
fair.
no, no.
That's
Chet-
He
fair.
hasn't succeeded yet.
I think Chet's better than Austin.
Austin Reaves right there with
They're also
LeBron,
saying
homie.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Tyler Hero has too many Negro
Tyler
tendencies.
Hero
He
is-
shifted over.
Yeah.
He
Tyler
shifted.
Hero is also.
We got
better.
it. No, Tyler Hero's one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we
he's
forgot
light
about
skinned.
him.
No,
He's
he's
different.
light
No,
skinned.
Tyler
He's light-
Hero's
Hero
probably-
light skinned.
He
Hero light
was
skinned.
shifted
He
over.
hard.
Light skin.
Tyler Hero's one.
He can't swim, Gil.
Tyler Hero's one.
I'm just being real.
He
Tyler
can't
Hero-
swim.
See, physically, Tyler Hero, like he's got all the athleticism.
Yeah, Tyler Hero's one. I just thought about it. Then it's Austin Reaves.
You think Tyler over Austin Reaves?
He's an anomaly.
Nah, I'm going with Reaves, homie. Reaves gonna come
Tyler
through
Hero.
a
Are you
fast
telling
show.
me- hold on, if you were to start a team, you wouldn't put Chet over Austin
I'm
Reaves?
putting shit.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I don't. I mean,
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You
I
have,
mean, I'm gonna go with the big guy, but I mean,
That's a cop out.
it's debatable.
Tell him.
but let's shift this over to
see
you.
what Chet is doing this year. 15, 8, and 2.
Defensive, like
Not Papa de Limon number.
stud.
I don't know.
Defense
He just got
matters.
hurt. so
Reaves
I don't-
putting up them numbers, though.
We haven't
Reeves
seen
putting them
we haven't
numbers up.
seen what Chet is yet. It's still
Even
And they say it's Sabonis, but
Oh, yeah,
he was born in
Sabonis.
America, but he Lithuanian.
Technically,
he's split. He's a hybrid.
technically, Sabonis is American.
He's born in America.
No, he actually is American.
And he's really good. He's probably he's definitely the best American white. He has to be.
Lithuanian
He's an
tendencies.
all-star.
Technically, yeah.
He got Lithuanian tendencies.
Damn, he's not foreign. I thought he was foreign.
I mean, if you foreign, you want to claim him.
Arvidas, yeah.
If you white America, you want to claim him too because he was born in Portland.
So,
He was born in Portland.
We
6
heard,
years.
We heard Austin Reeves' comments about white hoopers and league. I want to shift this over to the rap game. What was it like for you breaking into the rap game, and did you feel like you had to disprove a stigma around white rappers?
Personally, I like that there's such a scarcity of white rappers because it totally allows, the good ones to really stand out. But as a result, I could never. I just am who I am, so I could never really when you rap. Oftentimes, you are predisposed to try to attempt to appear cool. And I just could never do that because I would just feel like the biggest loser. So I just made it a point. That's why I called myself Lil Dicky. I wanted to go out of my way to be I'm well aware of who I am. I'm only gonna be that. And I think to me, there's nothing more quote unquote hip hop than being yourself.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. That's why everybody love you though, because you be being yourself.
Yeah.
And was it always like that from the jump, or did it take time to kind of establish
I think
itself?
it wasn't just because I was white. It was also because I'm white. I'm making all these jokes. I am entering a black art form, making a lot of jokes, but I'm not trying to make fun of the art form. I'm just if you hung out with me all day, I would just be making jokes the whole time. It's just who I am. So I think once people realized, oh, that is kind of he's acting this way, but this is just who he is, which I think my TV show probably helped contextualize.
Yeah.
Because people could see me talk like this and not just be up there rapping.
Are we getting a new season?
Yeah, that's what we need to know.
We're both each working on other things right now.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
So when you stop working on other things,
How was that with
Can we
Doja
get-
Cat though?
How was that?
Did you really get a chance like that?
Well, we matched online.
Oh, okay.
We talked and never met. I was overwhelmed by
So
my
you
work.
really
By the
was.
work. It was the episode
by
was
the work.
the episode was inspired by the fact that we matched online and we're blah, 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 talking like
so
that,
you-
but we never met up
Damn.
until we shot the episode. And she's lovely. I love her. She's great.
Okay.
She killed the episode.
okay.
And she's such a great artist. She's truly as far as artistry, doing all the, if you have a video game, you have shooting, athleticism, she checks every box artistically as high as you can do it.
Yeah, she dope for
Shoot your
sure.
shot.
I know.
I'm off the market now.
Okay. Don't shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Well, shoot your
Wasn't
shot.
meant to be.
Stay consistent. All right, well, let's.
CD coming out?
CD?
He says.
I mean album. I'm just.
This is Gilbert.
CD.
All right, I gotta go, everybody.
I'm sorry.
We still have.
I showed my age, right? You
got a new CD coming? No, I'm working. Ironically, I say this to Gata all the time. It's when I make the show, I'm so involved in every phase, from the writing, I'm in every scene. I'm I'm editing every episode. I'm doing the score. The life cycle of one season is 11 months, where I'm so fully involved, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day.
You in the writer's room?
Yeah, I'm the main writer.
Yeah.
That I don't even have time to make music anymore when I'm making the show. So ironically, the show about a rapper, the rapper in the show has surpassed what I've never, in the show I perform at the VMAs. In reality, I've never been invited to perform at the VMAs.
Damn.
So it's I don't even have time to prove, and I really feel I can be this rapper that I feel so dissatisfied with what I've achieved as a rapper. I've done a lot of great things, but I really think when it's all said, I saw the Mount Rushmore of white rappers go out, and I'm not on it right now.
Who's on it?
It's not the right list. Let's just be
Okay.
clear.
I believe that.
But I just want it by the end, which is when it's all said and done. I think I want it to be so when every person makes that Mount Rushmore, they're never going to leave me off, and I haven't earned that yet, but I will.
Okay. That keep
All
you
right,
motivated and
so who's
hungry.
your Mount Rushmore for that?
For white rappers?
Yeah. And then you could do black, all around. You can just do all around.
Yeah, I can't mix them. It's only
Okay, don't mix them then. Just go ahead.
so it's 4. So Eminem, obviously.
Okay.
Then it's I do have to give credit to the Beastie Boys. I think there's
sure.
and there's a number. I don't know.
That's what I'm about to say. So do all of them go in there?
No, let's give the Beastie Boys as a group
Okay.
one Mount Rushmore
That
spot.
was good. That was solid. That was dope.
I'd go Mac Miller,
That's a good
Yeah,
choice.
that's solid. That's for sure. Yeah.
and then that 3rd spot is just super duper up for grabs. That 4th spot.
Fourth spot.
Was it you or Jack?
I mean, Jack is great. You know, there's.
What,
Is
Aaron
Malone?
Bronson?
What is he?
I
What
can't
category
say
is
he's
he?
a rapper.
Okay.
You
a
know,
rapper?
He done transitions.
MGK, you know, Machine Gun Kelly. Obviously, he's
Gun Kelly.
transitioned, but he's like still selling out arenas. You know what I mean? Like you have to give a guy
MGK,
credit.
Cleveland. You see him in the background?
There's, you know, Paul Wall.
The people's champ.
For sure.
You know, he's
Paul Wall, for sure.
Shout out Paul Wall. I know you watch the
creeping
show.
like a caterpillar still. I love Paul Wall. I don't know. I think
Was it Brunson or something like that?
Action Bronson.
Action
He's
Bronson,
cool.
yeah.
He's super dope. I think that
Wasn't it
Eminem, Mac Miller, Beastie Boys, and then like
Wasn't it
Action Bronson sound too much like
What was
Ghostface
that
Killer
fat
to me,
white-
though.
The fat white rapper. back in the- Bubba Sparks, yes.
Bubba Sparks.
Motherfucker, that shit was cracking, man. You remember
It
Bubba
was cracking.
Sparks, baby?
Ugly?
Baby.
Was it with Ugly, right? That was the song.
Yeah, ugly. How you remember that? You want to get ugly?
It's a great song.
It was.
The switch beat on it. Okay.
Damn.
Taking it back,
You should talk about
showing my youth.
your next one. You should talk about guns and stuff.
you think it'll
I
help.
think it'd be funny.
Yeah, I need an
Yeah.
angle. I don't
Little
know.
Dicky with the blicky. That should be crazy.
That's
You know,
right.
just right, just you know how you gonna do drive-bys and stuff. That should just. You know what I mean?
I don't
Just
think it'll
They
go.
got
Rebrand.
somebody that's doing that, though. They got
Malibu
somebody-
Most Wanted. Yeah,
They
you
got
should
somebody that's doing
B-Rad.
that.
Yeah, you should do the B-Rad
his
style.
name?
But I think that
forgot.
should just be funny
The
because.
dude that be.
I think it would be like just incredibly widely criticized.
Yeah.
I don't think. I
No,
don't think
'cause
so.
no, they did
because
that.
they know you're gonna just be making fun of it. Yeah, never mind.
Remember he did
Exactly.
it?
They criticized Jesus. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
You're right.
Rapper
He
that
was
did
the
a
son of
song
God.
with Krishan, Blueface baby mama. What's it? The white rapper. What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
well, I'm an old
YouTube
man.
dude. I forgot
The
his name.
YouTube dude. He be doing that with the guns and shit.
Nah, not him. It started with an M. I forgot his name, though.
I do feel like, you know,
The chat will
I've put out,
get us through.
I've only put out like, you know, I'm still here and it's been like 11 years and I feel like I haven't even done the big thing rap-wise. So I really feel like when it's all said and done.
You had a big impact, though, bro.
Yeah,
You for
but
sure
I-
had a big impact.
But I'm not ashamed of there's only like 5 to 10 songs I've put out that I truly like to this day, like actually, like if Jay-Z were here, I would feel comfortable playing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just need desperately to like turn that into like 20 songs I could play Jay-Z. And I'm working on it every day.
Okay.
Like literally before we came, I was playing Gata, all the new, and it will happen. It's just, I don't put stuff out willy-nilly. I like make sure it's the perfect rollout and the perfect shit.
So as an artist, how do
Chris
you
Brown
struggle with that?
That's hard, yeah.
So as an artist, how do you struggle? Just we're all sensitive with our stuff, putting out stuff and just putting it out in the universe and feeling comfortable.
Well, I'm the wrong guy to ask because I put out like one thing every 10 years.
Yeah, I'm about to
Or
say
you just
that.
sit on a bunch of stuff.
I'll sit on it. I have songs that like I made 7 years ago that I still think are unbelievable and like I still plan on putting on in my album that I just am so happy that I didn't put them out. And it's like, there are so many times where I've made something and I waited and then like the perfect way to execute that thing, like, oh, like this works perfectly in my show. Thank God I didn't just like put it out on a Friday for fun.
Yeah.
Like now I saved it so it like makes the season finale of my show have a thing. It's just, I can sit on things.
Okay.
I feel like that the class you came out with was
Best ever.
yeah, for sure. I feel like it's
2016
up
Deluxe,
there.
it's not even close. It's not even
It's
close.
up there for
It's
sure.
number
I think
one,
it's
not
top,
even close.
Yeah, top 5.
When you really, it's top 5. What are you talking about? It's definitely number. I don't think you can even argue another class comparatively.
Yeah, You with Kendrick and them.
I wasn't with Kendrick.
Brother, I'm still listening to
He was with
1990.
Uzi,
I'm
Kodak.
2016. I'm Kendrick. I'm sorry. I'm Lil Yachty. I'm Uzi. I'm 21 Savage.
You was Kendrick and J. Cole, and that's number 1.
They came out at the same time?
Yeah.
Is it just them two?
I don't think they were in the same double X. Were they?
Yeah, it's him.
But then the rest of their class
him,
isn't that.
Drake, J. Cole.
No, Drake was
Drake
not
was
even
not.
a double XL freshman.
No, hell
Drake
no.
was never. He should have been, of
He
course.
came out way before them, though.
You can only count double X. You have to count who was there.
Okay, so was it J. Cole and Kendrick? Just them
Nipsey.
two.
If you're right, but I don't know if that's fine. I guess them two against any class. I'm not sure they were
J.
in the
Cole,
same
Nipsey,
class.
Wiz Khalifa,
Yeah,
Jada
yeah.
Juice Man, Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, Jada Juice Man! Oh, that was my shit.
Rap still bumping.
I'm sorry.
My class also had Kodak. My class also had Anderson .Paak.
Probably for the
Anderson .Paak go with Mariah
There's like
Carey.
8 guys who are like still
Wow.
stars.
It's crazy, yeah.
That's a-
He slided around in the lowrider with Mariah
Nigga,
Carey.
he had a crazy. That's why I say it's top.
And like everyone does different shit.
It's hard. They class is
Curry.
hard, bro.
Yeah, Denzel Curry, right?
That's when we was living. That's when we was in the club in his class.
It was fun.
It was in the club.
Uzi, 21 Savage.
I mean, Uzi 21
Yeah.
are like two of the biggest. They're two of the biggest as far as like when they put new music out, it sells and streams and.
Well, let's get back to a little bit of basketball. Like we mentioned at the top of the show, you're a lifelong Philly sports fan.
Yeah, let's fix it.
Includes the Sixers. A lot of excitement for the Sixers squad entering the season. Big three of Embiid, Maxey, Paul George. Excitement quickly turned to disappointment. Injuries ravaged the team. Embiid dealing with knee injuries, limited to just 19 games. PG preseason had the hyperextended knee.
Let's talk silver linings.
Only played half the season. We're going to get there. But the Sixers Big Three played a total of 15 games together this season. They were 7-8 in those games, obviously exposing issues that were deeper than just themselves. So President of Basketball Ops Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse met with the media on Sunday for an exit interview. Morey had this to say about the season.
Tough season. Obviously not where we expected to be. And ownership, myself, Coach Nurse, Joel, Paul, Tyrese, our whole roster, we expect more. We really feel for the fans who put their heart and soul into this team, and we know we've let you down. Obviously, biggest factor that was really hard for us to manage was injuries this year. We missed, you need your top horses in this league, and we missed 134 games to our All-Stars. And, the next highest team was like 50 games missed from All-Stars. Ownership gave us the resources to make aggressive moves this offseason to put a championship roster around Joel and Tyrese. Sometimes those aggressive moves don't initially work out, but we feel good about that. Those three guys, our three All-Stars, going forward.
Oh my God.
He looked like he was out of breath.
You should have just had the titles, because all I heard was breathing. I was like, damn, you and Joel Embiid, boy, y'all both in the same spot right now.
That's why you
Bring Pat Bev back, do some 17.
I can't take shit you said good right now.
So Morey also said he needs to do a better job with roster construction, saying he was focused on vets that could perform in the playoffs but wants a younger, more dynamic group moving forward. He also said that both him and Nick Nurse will be back next season. So Dave, like I said,
He said him and?
Nick Nurse will be back next season. So you were influential
Run it back.
in helping the Sixers land Paul George. That free agency video telling him about the quality of life.
Yeah.
Philadelphia compared to LA, how much bread he could save.
Yeah, you
You've been a Sixers fan all your life. Do you still trust the process, and will the Sixers bounce back next year?
I do trust the process. I don't think it's over. Look, I really am a silver lining type of guy. I honestly think that I would much rather this happen this way than them kind of be like the 6th seed, underperforming, bounce in the first round. At least they didn't get, like Paul George didn't get a lot of mileage. You know what I mean? Like these guys didn't have a lot of wear and tear because they never played, right? That's kind of like Joel Embiid didn't just go through a full season of pain. Like I think that those things add up. On top of that, Jared McCain is a stud. And then I feel like we got another stud in Quentin Grimes. If we can somehow keep him, I'm like, that's silver lining. If we can keep the top 6 protected pick, and it doesn't convey to Oklahoma City, I don't know. I look at then you get another young guy. The team, if they played, Joel doesn't even need to be old Joel. Like he doesn't. He just needs to be 24-10, whatever the new Joel Embiid is for 5 years. And Paul George doesn't need to be Paul George. Like Tyrese Maxey is a superstar, I think. And I think Joel Embiid, even at 80%, is a superstar. At 80% against the Knicks, he was scoring 50. So I think all is not lost. I think we have these other pieces that are really compelling. Like I think when McCain was playing, it reminded me of when we got Maxey. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that this guy was going to, I watched every game and he was
cooking.
Every moment he was desperate for the ball, desperate to do things. And I think when they're all playing, I think Paul George is an example of a guy who was like born to be like an elevated like role. He doesn't need to be the superstar all-star guy to contribute. He just plays winning basketball. Joel Embiid, if he can get back to even 80%, he's still better than almost every big in the NBA. And Tyrese Maxey is so young and just going to keep leaping.
Yeah, Maxey hard.
That's my POV.
So you still trust the process?
I trust the process, and yeah, I trust that. I'd like to at least see this thing. Like, they didn't play together. Like,
Only 15 games.
15 games, and they weren't, like, 3 of those games, guys got hurt in the middle of the game. I want to actually see what this team looks like.
Yeah, man, injuries be taking out a lot of great teams, bro. That must be
I hope we can
depressing.
keep Quentin Grimes.
Would that be hard though? Like with McCain and Maxey, if McCain like balling,
Maxey and Grimes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like McCain got hurt though, right? See,
I think they can.
Philly fucked
And
up.
Grimes, I think, has a qualifying offer this summer, so they may have
I
to
just
break
don't think
some
we're going to
ground.
go into the second. I don't know. We're not going into that apron for him.
That is.
So Philly got their own practice facility now.
It don't matter what the fuck they got.
They could be
It
no
don't-
cover youth to
it don't-
practice at the 24.
It don't matter what they got.
No, I promise when Reaves
It ain't gonna change shit over there.
You expect?
I think they have their own facility. That's where the AI statue.
You think it's all over?
Huh?
You think it's done?
It cooked. They've been cooked. They just haven't noticed it yet.
Damn.
I was in the Bahamas during their training camp. We all got in shape the same. Sitting at the pool ordering chicken wings.
Oh, they were there at the Bahamas.
Yeah, they was there.
Yeah.
Eating chicken wings at the pool.
Damn.
They wasn't doing not a goddamn thing.
Well, then maybe it's a good thing that they got so embarrassed this year, and like they know it's
the
not going to
summertime,
happen.
man.
Like,
it ain't it's the October. What are you talking about? It's training camp.
I think it's I just wish Embiid had an off
Nigga,
season
we was
where
in
he could
training
just.
camp. I was in training
Train.
camp. The whole training
Like he
camp,
wasn't-
they gambling with me.
I'm trying to help, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, how do you have energy to be in the here gambling?
Why
This
they
is crazy?
got them in the?
Like it was just one of those things. I'm sitting here like,
All right.
Gil,
and you know, I'm talking to him too.
the chat wants to know what flavor wings.
Is it
Whether it's plain or with
lemon pepper or
This is some of them just need to put down the wings because it's over for you. All I'm saying right now is, if you go back into the season again, keeping this same unit, you're gonna be disappointed again.
Damn.
I'm sorry. They're either you are and you want to be the best, right? That's what you want to be. Then you would have proved it. Some people are just so talented.
Talking about all about Joel right now.
I'm just saying, they're so talented that they can just do whatever the fuck they want and their body break down, right? We see what a guy like Jokic, what Giannis looks like, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like they take everything serious? They take their health serious. They take the
Jokic?
conditioning serious.
you say Jokic?
Do you know what Jokic looked like before he came in?
I know, but
do you know what he looks like every time he comes to training camp?
Yeah.
He looks in shape.
Yeah.
He has the body to have knee problems, back problems, because his, you know what I mean? But he's always in the best shape that his body can be in. That's the difference, right? He looks like we think, oh, look, sloppy mode. But every time he comes into the season, he lost pounds. Like, you can go through articles where Jokic shook this, like, there was, after the season, did Jokic look thin than the motherfucker during?
Yeah.
He takes it serious. Like Joel Embiid, your body is saying, hey, man, you ain't doing enough for us.
Yeah.
Right? And you're not going to change it overnight. It's either you or you're not.
But let's
right?
just-
We've seen Kevin Love, right? We've seen Kevin Love coming into the NBA and what he looked like when he was playing. Like, okay, I need to change my body. So, 3-4 years and you ain't changed it yet, you're never going to change it.
But let's just pretend he doesn't change it. I don't.
It's
So
different.
even
if he ain't going to change it, he's never going to. He's never going to
He
be.
came in skinny and gain weight.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten.
Duh.
Gain weight. That's what I'm saying.
You come in at 19. I will hope you look like you look.
But prior to the knee injuries, all that, there were reports that he was in shape, he was ready to go, Embiid. But then the knee injury sidelined him. That he was working on the condition, he was focused. He only had one goal, which was to win a championship. He only played 19 games, so you gotta. I'm just saying,
You got to what?
represented this country.
That's what I'm saying.
Got
That's
a
why
gold medal for us.
he just came back from winning the Olympics. He needed like 2 days off.
Cool.
I just think even if he never gets in that Giannis shape, which he is not going to do, he's still going to his current level when he's actually healthy, except for this year. Even like against the Knicks last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, halfway.
One leg. So dominant. And I get why, if that's all you have, you're going to be in trouble. But with Maxey, and like I just think Maxey is very, very good.
Maxey can't do it by himself.
He's not by himself. There's
because that's all you got to really rely on. You're relying on a guy, no matter how good he is, you can cap him off at 60 games. If you get that,
but
out
if it's
of
the
him,
right for one time, we just need it to be the right.
Time. Yep, that's all you need.
Just I don't care if he misses 30 regular season games.
Like
I just can't
AD.
have his face get fractured every fucking year, right in the first round of the playoffs.
You need that AD year. You need that AD year.
Yeah, he just needs that luck.
What AD year?
When he won a championship.
How many games did he play?
Let me pull it up for you.
But after that, AD been getting hurt.
And we haven't done nothing after
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
So
you just need one of those years.
It's literally been 6 years in a row where he's not healthy in the playoffs.
So AD played 62 games that year. I think it was 72 total games in that season.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying, he hasn't played one healthy year.
Maybe we get one. That's all I'm saying.
AD played 76
That's
games
what I'm
last
saying.
year.
It's the stripper at night routine.
Well, that's why I was so okay.
Give me all your money. I'm coming over after.
Zion
I'm
workout.
coming you after. And then every night when you hitting her up after work, I got to drop my kids off in the morning. Yeah. She already took all your money. That's all this is. It's every year you go in with hope.
Not familiar with that.
The end of the season, 50-something games, you can't last
That's crazy.
I still hate them hoes for that.
Oh, yeah, of course you do.
I was with you that day. We was both sitting outside waiting for the same.
No, we was never waiting
told
for
you the same story she
No,
told me.
You already know.
I said, you too.
She took my $5,000. No.
But what if you Dallas? Do you trade? Like, what if you get like a 13
Philly.
pick?
No,
Do
what
you
I'm saying is
trade that pick and your center for Embiid to Dallas?
Listen, you're gonna have to trick somebody into
I would
taking
get that.
Embiid. You're gonna have to trick somebody who's good enough that they don't need him. Like
I wouldn't trade
Sixers
Embiid.
need him to play. You got to trade him to someone who actually don't need him. I just need spurts of you, and we're gonna still win. That has to be a team. Him as the main guy doing all the heavy lifting. His body is not doing that anymore.
Damn.
His knees. It's over. You're never gonna repair this. It's eating itself away. No matter what you do, his knee is gone. It is saying that we can't. It's whatever's happening in there. It's over, right? It's over.
But
There's
all
nothing
you
can do
need
about it.
is for him to be like the Olympics, though.
Then he needs the Olympics.
That's what I'm saying. He can play with AD.
He needs Curry.
What if
He
he
needs
go
all
play
of
with-
them.
What if he go play with AD and Kyrie?
Then yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But
Like,
that's
would
what
you
I'm saying.
trade him for
Dallas has
Iverson?
to. I mean, Philly has to trick somebody into taking him.
Damn.
Like, he'd
That's
be
it.
nice on Dallas.
What was his new contract?
Oh, it was like 3 for like 150 or something like that. He signed a good deal.
Oh, see, 3 for 1. They
160
can
on
trade him for somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
Without
Dallas-
breaking up something.
Well,
Oh, 3 year 193. Excuse me.
That's
it's an
crazy.
extension.
Yeah, extension was 3 for
But I think
193.
he's still on the books for 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Yeah, they banking on, bruh.
I don't know. I
No,
hear you.
can-
I
can
would
give
rather.
him some for somebody.
I want to
I'll
ride it
give him
out.
up. That's
I can't
that's
do
the
that
second
anymore.
option now.
It's not
He's under
worth-
contract
with
through
Paul George, You're all
2029.
in. You're all in on this team.
I'll give it Paul George, too.
Yes, I think that extension may not start until 2026
You're kinda
once the max
stuck.
is off.
You're kind of stuck with like riding this out.
Nah.
I'll trade both of them in Dallas.
They're both.
No one's taking Paul George's
Fuck it,
contract.
let's take both of them, y'all.
You're stuck probably on Paul George. You
If
got
I'm stuck on Paul George, I'd like to be stuck on Joel Embiid.
You
as
got
well.
you got great value on Paul. It's like having a Bugatti, and you can't change one wheel, and that one wheel is
Pretty important, though, right?
no. The one wheel is what do they call it?
What's the wheel?
The little one. What is that?
Spare.
It's a spare.
Yeah.
You can't put the original wheel back on it. It's a spare. How fast can you really go? You can never do what Bugattis do.
You don't want to
period.
go fast, yeah.
Yeah, but if
That little
Maxie's
It's still a
truck,
Bugatti.
If Maxie's a truck hauling the car,
I get it, but you gotta.
Maxie got
Your best vehicle is sitting with 3 real wheels.
we got to see. I got to
Don't
see.
all of them got 3 wheels down there?
Now Maxie is still fine,
McCain,
but he's still
Maxie
young.
good.
McCain is still young, but what I'm saying is Maxie is still young. He's still trying to figure out what he really is, right? The only people who are seasoned that can carry you to the next level, you got Paul George and you got Joel Embiid. Your best player, the most dominant motherfucker on the planet, just his will is just not going to be ever 100.
Damn.
It's going down every year. That's why last year when he started off saying, I'm not going to play back-to-backs, that's why I said, shut him down. Let him sit a whole year. Maybe you can get a surgery at the beginning of the year, see what goes on him. Maybe you can go overseas and they can put motherfucking pig elephant ass up in there. Whatever. You got a whole year to experiment to get it right. You sitting here trying to play with him. Now he just having a surgery 2 weeks ago. That's stupid as fuck.
I agree with that.
He's not going to be ready for the beginning of the season to play all the way. I guarantee you.
Yeah, that's what.
I guarantee you the first November, I guarantee you he missed at least 8, 9 games in November.
He should have been taking
just had
steroids
the
all
surgery.
year.
Yeah.
What? Steroids all year.
What? Man, dead ass serious.
Steroids all year.
Hey, he's off limits. He's done. We're gonna shut him down. That motherfucker.
Can't get drug tested or what?
Have you seen Hassan Whiteside overseas?
Oh, why you look so?
What? He
Like
look like all the sorts of things. God damn.
The red hawk?
Let go.
All right, well, let's talk about more positive Sixers-related
That is
topics.
positive. Positive is you can trick somebody into getting something good.
So let's take it back to your childhood. So you were
Open the market.
You were a young kid during the Allen Iverson era in Philly.
Yeah.
Had a major influence on you. You've talked about it. But what impact did Allen Iverson have on Philly during his time with the Sixers?
Oh my God, he was to be like a 13-year-old at like the years he was going to the finals. It was just so. I feel like he really embodied the spirit of because Philly is a very like underdog, chip on my shoulder. We're not the biggest people, but we're gonna give it our all. And Iverson, practice being the exception, always seemed to leave it all out there on the floor. So, but I'm not an Iverson apologist. Like I don't think he was the perfect player. I think you have to be available in practice too to lead.
You think he had to practice?
Who the fuck practices?
Oh, this motherfucker.
Practice? No, we didn't do that.
That's crazy. I still can't believe Iverson said that.
Well, it was more about it. His friend just died. He was saying that because he's like, practice, like literally my best friend just died. We're talking about practice. No one ever thinks about that.
Oh, yeah. Substance,
Yeah.
but I ain't get
But
that either.
I love Iverson. I just think, he was unable to adapt to being anything other than like full control, exactly how he wanted it to be. At the end of his career saddened me because I wanted him to have more.
What, in Denver?
Denver and then Memphis and
Detroit.
He was hard in Denver, though, with Melo.
What?
Top 3 best point guards to me.
I mean, what was it
never
like?
point
What
guard.
was it like guarding him?
It was the hardest person to guard.
So you have full profound respect.
No, 1,000.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about guarding Allen Iverson, you're not.
What made it so hard?
What makes
Played 1,000 miles an hour,
Yeah.
going to like he was.
Because he wasn't even like doing a lot of moves.
He had the white guy energy.
Hell no.
He had the white guy. That white guy, hard nosed white. That's
Yeah.
how he played
Yeah.
with skill.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy who's diving on the floor, taking a charge. He's everywhere. Like if I said, Iverson, you never have to practice. If you give me this, I'm taking that every time.
Oh,
He went hard,
know exactly what you're talking about.
24/7, trying to give you 50. That's not a guy you actually want to guard. You're not trying to guard a guy who's literally there trying to give you 50.
But
Like getting 50 in a game, cool. But someone who's actually trying to do it with that energy, like usually he's like Steph. He had more energy than the people who was guarding him.
Yeah.
again, why they put AI as a shooting guard, but players but he does what you do, Kyrie, Steph. He's just
Because they had Eric Snow.
Because it was the era.
He was the shooting guard.
It was the era. It's the era. They put
But
him to
he's
the
just
shooting
a 6'1".
guard. It's the era. They put him to the shooting guard. That's all. It was like the scoring point guard was actually me.
I know you started it. That's what I'm saying. You
like
fucked
AI,
them,
they moved him. They just moved him to the two, brung in a point guard so he can go around and play two. And then that big point guard, they actually made him guard the two. Right? So that was it for him. Like back then when I came in, it was literally just, anybody who was scoring, they just moved him to the two. I was in a position where we didn't have a big man. So our offense was actually guard play. So I got to survive being a point guard that scored. It was just me, Antoine Jameson, and Jason Richardson. So our offense ran around the guard, so I wasn't really looked at like that. Because Isaiah Thomas was a scorer. He didn't have no big man to pass the ball to. You're talking about Tim Hardaway. He didn't have no big man to pass the ball to. So mostly the guards who actually didn't have big men got to be scorers without being frowned upon.
I wish we just gave him a team. Like he really we would always get past their prime Glenn Robinson, past their prime Chris Webber. Like it just always felt like such a bullshit thing. Past their prime Elton Brand. It just never felt real. Like bringing in Keith Van Horn isn't going to solve it.
That they didn't back then. Those
the only team that was good was it was just him and his 4 dog defenders.
Back then it was
money.
Really the superstars. Each team had 1, maybe 2.
Back then you couldn't it was salary capping, right? So you're in a city where, and I talked to the owner about stuff like this. Like you're Philadelphia, you got Allen Iverson, right? Allen Iverson sells every seat, all 20,000 people. That's your job, right? Now I profit, let's say 20 million every season, right? Win or lose. And then you're telling me you want this guy's going to help you win, and he's going to cost me 20 million. So he's going to cost me my profit, but he don't put nobody extra in the seat. You're doing exactly that. He doesn't do nothing for me, but I got to give my my profit to him so you can possibly win a championship.
It's a gamble.
No, it's not a gamble. It's for what?
Well,
for what?
If they spend it on the right guy.
For what? I get 20 million without winning. I give it to you. I win a championship. I profited nothing.
Yeah, but there's other they're just giving the extra money to the wrong guys. They're giving it to Chris Webber. They're giving it to Glenn Robinson.
But you're not giving them 20. You're giving 5, 6, 7. Right. So I'm making my money.
But you get more money if you go to the finals.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell more. You're gonna do more. It's gonna be more everything.
That's no.
Yes.
When Boston, how about this? When Boston won their championship, how much did they profit?
I don't know those numbers. 0?
Celtics?
The Boston Celtics, when they put out, if Boston Celtics win the championship, for Boston to break even, they have to actually win championship.
Which championship are you talking about?
The one they won in 2008.
The Garnett one, because they just won.
When they brought in Garnett and all. Yeah, they had to win the championship to break even for the season.
For a short term, right? But if you talk about team valuations over the long term,
I might not have my organization by then.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So you don't know, but it's all a business too.
But they did, they just sold it.
They just sold it.
And they made so much money.
Yeah.
But they're thinking about it in real time.
But that was because of Donald Sterling.
Only the new, if you think about in the last 10, 15 years, right? The people who are buying the teams now are actually fans.
Right.
They're a little bit of so they're really monopolizing their teams.
Yeah.
I'm putting the dream team together.
Yeah.
So if you notice, the new owners are winning championships faster than the old heads.
Yeah.
Well,
right, Milwaukee, that was a new owner, right?
Yeah, last in that crew. They've said
man owners.
Huh?
Man owners. Dallas, I don't know what they did in Dallas. They got
Mark Cuban won.
No, they got a new owner.
No, I'm talking about when he came into it he won his championship. Golden State, they won the championship when he came in. Who else?
I don't think
when did Boston owner? When did he buy that team?
They just sold it though, but
no. When did he buy it?
I don't think they new owners a fan in Dallas.
I'm not talking about the.
I know. I'm just saying.
talking about when
I'm just happy.
2002, I believe.
I'm just
for 360 million.
Damn.
Like they're sitting there spending money trying to buy, trying to spend. Back in the day, they're businessmen. That profited, right? If you bought your team in the
and then they sold in
the 70s, 60s, even in the 80s.
You got it for the low.
260 for
so much money,
6.1 billion.
You don't give a shit about winning or losing.
Yeah.
The best owner for the NBA as a whole, not the Lakers, not New York, not Boston, not Chicago. The rest of them, Sterling was their idol.
Damn.
Well, Sterling
he was the idol of a businessman, where I can draft all these picks, right? I do their rookie contract. They can go wherever the fuck they want to go. I have a city that's the fans is gonna come no matter what, and I'm gonna make a profit every goddamn year, no matter what. That's what they all want. That's what they all want to do.
Sterling's the reason these team valuations are what they are now, because Clippers sell for $2 billion. This shit. What are the Lakers worth? What are the Knicks worth? What are the Celtics worth? And now it pushes everything up. And now you look, Celtics just sold $6.1 billion. I think Warriors valued at close to $8-9 billion. Like,
It's crazy.
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that era, I still put AI as a point guard. I put you in there too. I put you.
I mean, you can put him wherever you want to put him.
I put AI as number one.
No, I get it.
No, he's a point guard.
I get him wherever you want to
He's
put
a
him.
point guard.
But he never even never started point guard.
He's a point guard. When
There
he
was
first
always
came
a
in, he was
guy
point guard.
right next to him.
Once they got Eric Snow, that's when he became. But he's a point guard.
Yeah.
That's weird because right now he's top 3 shooting guard ever.
No.
So that's actually where he's.
But he's the point guard. He's 6'1".
I get what
Yeah,
you
he's
want
a
to
point
do.
guard.
I get what you want to do. Your opinion
Harden's a
doesn't
point guard.
matter.
Is Harden
It's where
a
he
point
is.
guard?
Huh?
Harden's a point guard?
They got him at they got him at point and shooting guard.
Oh.
No, they got him at
shooting
5.
They got him at shooting guard.
They got him at 5. He's the 5th best shooting guard of all time.
Harden's not better than Iverson?
I don't think when he finishes his career, he'll probably move
He
up.
could die today.
I think they got him at 4. Where they got him at 4 or 5?
I think they got him at 3.
I think they got
I mean,
Dwayne Wade
look,
at 3.
Yeah.
They got Dwayne Wade at 3 right
There's
now.
no question it's Jordan, Kobe, Wade, top 3.
I think that's
so
how
I
they do
think
it.
right now Harden 5th, Allen Iverson 4th, just based on square metrics. But we got one more thing we got to get into before we get to MostlyFans. So this weekend was the 22nd anniversary of an interesting moment in NBA history when Pat Riley and the Heat paid homage to Michael Jordan in his final NBA season by retiring his jersey. Let's take a look.
We want to honor you tonight by hanging your jersey forever. Number 23 from the rafters of the American Airlines Arena, and that no player ever again will ever wear number 23 for the Miami Heat here. You're the best. Congratulations, good luck, and thank you. Thank you very much.
That's crazy.
I got that uniform.
You literally have the stolen from Michael Jordan. So Jordan came out, had 23 of his 25 points in the first half after the jersey went up to the rafters. As Riley mentioned, no player will ever wear number 23 for the Heat. That included LeBron, who had to switch to number 6 after taking his talent to South Beach in 2010. So we talk a lot about glazing nowadays.
I never realized that's why he couldn't wear. I thought he just chose to switch.
Nah.
Man.
So we talk a lot about glazing nowadays, with Gil vying to become the #1 Luka Doncic glazer in the world, well on his way to accomplishing that feat. But is this the highest level of glazing in NBA history?
For sure.
Retiring the jersey of a man who did not play. I understand Bill Russell, his contribution, still living at the game, wearing a Wizards uniform.
That is, yes. For sure, they are little
He
dick.
deserves it.
The
He
guy
deserves
who
it.
beat you.
They are little
It's like the
dick
guy
men.
who got you. He got you to leave every team you win. The Knicks, he got you to bounce. The Lakers, he beat you. Got to just. Ooh. And ballpark Franks
Is Jordan,
style.
to you, the best player of all time?
They splitting that dog down the middle. They split the dog down the middle. You seen it was Wizards and the Bulls.
But the Wizards didn't retire it.
I know.
And he played for
But
Wizards.
the jersey had Wizards.
No, that was bad. That was Pat Riley though.
I know.
With the split.
But it was a split, so they split the dog down the middle. They wanted 2 hot dogs in one.
You would have given up Reaves to get Luka.
I would have given up LeBron James to get Luka, brother.
Gave up JJ.
I can tell you one day he's 40, so it's only gonna get older.
Clutch Gil doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean
I'm
that.
just being honest. He's 40, so what do I really expect to keep going?
Bronny and
Not Bronny though. Not Bronny though.
Yeah, you gotta throw Bronny in.
No.
I mean, if he don't want to go,
Bronny about to get his
If Bronny was like, no, I'm staying, Pop. I'll see you with that.
it's a 25-year-old who
It's
has
so crazy the
33.99.
Lakers got
It's
Luka.
just-
Yeah,
It's
it's a beautiful time in LA.
It is nice. I'm happy it keeps happening to the Lakers, where
I know, right?
they get this guy who's like there for 12 years.
You know, we do good things out here.
Jokic and Steph now.
It's a beautiful place.
Jokic, what?
Jokic and Steph on the way.
You think?
Oh man.
Like, okay, can we just say it?
Giannis.
No, I'm just saying when people talk about Glaze, like why isn't
Why not?
no why isn't Jordan fans considered the biggest Glazers that all they live? Like,
But why not Glaze though?
no, they don't consider themselves Glazers. They think
Who eats a plain donut?
they think LeBron James fans is the Glazers and not realizing that
Gil, you're seeing the
for
truth.
22 years you done like diminish someone's career. That's called glazing.
Yes.
Like if right now if we try to have a debate, you're glazed, right? You just pour on just a whole cinnamon bun of glaze, because all you're gonna do is just attack.
cinnamon-
Oh no, it's just gonna be cinnamon bun glaze.
That's an ample amount of
right?
glaze.
You know what I mean? It's like the reason the other group fights is because you destroy the legacy. Like it's you. It's the Michael Jordan. Like you got a whole suit on and you probably got Michael Jordans under your goddamn desk.
That's glazing.
That's literally glazing.
But
Wear
they
dress
didn't really
shoes.
know what that meant back in the day. They used to say a lot of wild shit. Like imagine somebody saying pause back in the day. Like
Yeah.
you know, now that's what we do. Like if you say something nice, you know, like damn man, why you little dicky in? So you know,
Like
No, nobody says that.
as soon as you say who the greatest person of all
they say
time
dick
is.
in, dick.
Dick riding, yes,
Yeah,
that is
dick
glazing,
person?
dick riding,
No,
meat
as soon as
riding.
they say who's the greatest person, like who's the greatest player of all time, they get so like because they right they're gonna sit here and be like, of course it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
relax. I'm just asking you a question. Why? Where do you have LeBron James?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does LeBron James got to do with the?
So they were glazing the whole time.
But what's wrong with being a glazer though? Like
Nothing. I'm a Luka Glazer.
Number one, Luka.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
Slovenian.
You were when he was on the Mavericks too?
No, I didn't even know who the fuck he was.
yeah, I didn't like him on the
Lakers
Mavericks. I hated
fan.
Oh, I'm a Laker Glazer first.
Yeah.
And by extension, the Luka
Two-hand glaze.
has the entire Slovenian national
I don't
team
even need
Luka
to bust
jersey
This whole-
shorts.
Do you break the hot dog?
I don't need to break it, but
you
not
just
for the
straight-
Glazers.
straight
Straight.
to it.
multiple
So you
hand
break the
grip.
hot
Well, when
dog?
Luca was on Dallas last year, for example, when
The
he
Goro grip.
brought them to the finals, were
Nah, I hated him.
you like, oh, he really is the best
No,
player?
I mean he was good.
He was
like,
good.
okay, he's
or
really
were you
good.
like, he's not that? Like, do you see why Dallas thought what they thought?
No, they wasn't thinking.
That wasn't thinking at all. Yeah.
Like I didn't really like the Euros because I didn't have one of my own, right? Because I'm a Laker fan. We didn't have Euros.
didn't.
So now that we
Vladdy,
got
you
one,
got Vladdy.
yeah, but I wasn't.
He's OG.
No, I got when I became a Laker fan is exactly Vladdy getting traded.
Right.
Like Kobe made me
kicked it all
actually, yeah. So I've been a Glazer since. And I got
A laser, as we call Lakers.
I got LA tatted on my chest. Like that's how long I've been glazing. I got Kobe tatted while I was still playing in the NBA. I glazed that
A
much.
Goro grip glazer for
Is he still in the NBA too?
better
Huh?
than two.
Was he still in the NBA when you
Who?
got Kobe?
Oh 8.
You are
Yeah.
magnificent.
Did you Did you show him your inner thigh? And
No.
I asked him the same question. Like you can't
Damn
show
near.
the
And listen,
inner
I'm
thigh
such a
tattoo.
Laker
you
glazer.
damn near.
When I got when they was trying to pick me for the team,
You got something you want to tell me?
I had to let them know that I'm the wrong guy to go after. I'm mentally not prepared to play on this team, and we're not going to do that to the Lakers organization.
were you, that's crazy.
I go put this shit in Memphis.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were you you were in the NBA, but like every night were you just like checking the Lakers and be like, oh,
Yeah, I was a Laker
like
fan.
you're a Laker fan.
Yeah, I was a Laker fan.
Wow.
And on that note, let's move.
No, so like when we got Luka, I'm like, oh
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's Luka time. Right? I wasn't a LeBron fan until he came to the Lakers.
That's fine, Gil. We accept you.
I'm just being honest. So
If you want to,
it's Luka moving over.
if you want,
And on
Like
that note,
77.
let's move on to MostlyFans.
tell me if you want.
Presented by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code Gil, get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pickup. Gil has left the arena.
Wait. Where you going?
Gil is going to retrieve something. In the meantime, in between time, shout out to Gata, Dave Burd, also known as Lil Dicky, pulling up to this
Oh, man.
luxurious episode of Gil's Arena on Monday.
go.
Gotta give your love, y'all.
Appreciate that.
Almost got here before Gil, which is
Thanks for having
because Gil
us. Show.
notoriously does not show up on time for his own show, even though he lives literally upstairs.
We're big fans of what you guys do. You
Oh,
guys
we
do a
appreciate it.
great
We're big
job.
fans of y'all as well. So this is a question from Underdog user 14flat. This is for you, Dave. What advice do you have for Jello Ball as he transitions from hooping to the rap game?
I think he's really good.
You like Tweaker?
I love it.
Okay. Whoa.
I love Law and Order. Like I'm so pleasantly surprised by his. I think it's so good. I think I was gonna say be yourself, but I feel like he really is kind of like carving out a lane. Like he's making music that doesn't sound like other people's music right now.
Nah, for sure.
And it sounds like futuristic and retro at the same time. So I think what he's doing is really cool.
Gady from South Central, obviously Chino Hills. A lot of us didn't know it existed prior to the Ball family, but in the general vicinity of LA. What advice do you have for Jello as he transitions from Hooper to rap game?
I think he just needs to keep grinding every day. He gonna get better, as he's staying on the mic. But I think he doing some dope stuff, man. Like he said, he making a lane for himself, and he's being the ball is balling out a different way. So yeah, keep going, Jello. We love to see it.
I'm the fourth Ball brother.
Did not know that.
I am.
Okay.
Look it up in your spare time.
I know. I already. I'm an active Googler.
Yeah.
Big fan of your.
Y'all play one-on-one. Who win?
Man, we've
done
never
that.
have we played one-on-one?
I win.
We gotta bring it back, bro. I'm nice, homie. I don't care what nobody say. I'm nice, man.
Who's better at basketball, me or you?
You got a better jumper, but I can guard
You think you're better at basketball than me?
We gotta play, bro.
Hey,
I always say we gotta play.
We have a court.
I'm glad you're saying that.
Well, first off, you being a better one-on-one player does not make you, and you're not. But if you were a better one-on-one player, it doesn't make you a better basketball player.
So we got a 2-on-2.
Let's play, bro.
We're doing a 2-on-2 league, and obviously,
what happened, Gil?
No, we haven't started yet. Since I'm a Glazer, I got the Lakers color.
Oh, you do?
Right? So you can only have Kobe.
Only 2 numbers to choose from?
Or Kobe.
Okay.
Right? And then now I'm Luka. So yeah.
There's
best 2 Lakers that ever lived.
That's hard.
Are you? Can we have one of these? Or no?
That's
No,
dope.
this is for my team. You got to be on the team.
Oh, okay.
That's hard.
Yeah, so this to the league.
Uniform.
When does it
Pick one of
start?
them up.
Huh?
I'll pick one of them up.
Yeah.
Cool.
When does it start?
We're probably like a week away.
And what is it? Is it all like
Backyard 2-on-2
But is
upstairs.
it just purely ex-NBA players? Like
No, it's like X, and you can't pick another NBA player. You
So it's like one ex-NBA player and like one entertainer?
Yeah.
So who's going to be your teammate?
You'll find a
I got Julian Newman.
No, you got Mike Stroh. You can't have Julian. Fuck that. Julian's a real player, fool. Hell no. No. Hell no.
It's good.
I'm the Lakers, man. I get to do whatever the fuck I
It's
want
not
to
supposed to be fair.
You should have some sort of draft.
Huh?
You could have a draft. You could have like your captains.
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
That sounds fair.
Do whatever
I'm gonna have to ring it so I can get.
Nah, no Julian.
Definitely gotta check
No,
out some
because
games.
no matter the
That sounds
draft,
fair.
you're still gonna pick whoever you know.
Yeah.
Right now.
But I think the draft would be, hopefully, like if you are the best player, like would you anticipate being the best player in this tournament?
No.
Who's the best present day player?
Probably him or Brandon Jennings.
You don't want to guard me.
Frozen
Brennan still be active?
Yeah.
So wait, you can't. If you get Julian, he fucking.
Why are you worried about my team, brother?
Who he gonna guard?
Why are you worrying about my team, brother?
I'm just saying.
I got Kobe Spear, and then I'm Luka.
You do got 3 jerseys, so you might get somebody.
24, 8, and 77. Did not see an option for 23.
My two favorite
Did not
players.
see a 15 option for
It's my 2 favorite players of the Lakers all time.
Well, that's
Right now I got
respectable.
Simba, so I
Hey, I like that combo.
Yeah, worry about yourself.
Well, Dave, Gabe, we appreciate y'all taking time out of your schedule to pull up to Gil's Arena. Know it was long. We
was so
appreciate all
fun.
y'all.
I love it.
Therapeutic, hopefully, with the Sixer stuff going on.
It was great. It was great to talk to you guys. You guys do great shit.
For real.
Doors always open.
Yo, man.
Literally, doors always open. So anytime you want to pull up any
If
hour
y'all want to
tonight,
create a team, jump into it.
jump
Well, we
into
need an
Gil's League.
ex-NBA player. It's like I'm not going to be with Gata.
I was trying to trick y'all. I was just gonna say, can we play y'all first? I want to win.
Man, let's play after the
Well,
cameras
we
go
might-
off.
we might-
I'm ready.
We got a court upstairs.
Are these
trying to
games
play.
officiated or is it just
I'm
like
gonna have real reps. Like I'm really like it's gonna be real reps and everything.
I want to get some shots up. Bro.
Hey,
you play? You still
to buckets.
like?
Nah, he don't play.
But you don't you like stay in shape? Like don't you? Do,
I stay in shape, but I don't. Yeah.
but
prison
still,
workout.
honestly, like you have to be amazing still.
No, yeah. He got
Definitely an amazing
he
shooter.
I
got,
can shoot.
he got an
I'm
MB
Embiid.
leg. He got an MB leg. That's what I
If you go for the jab and think I'm really gonna move, then I'm gonna do that. Other than that, I don't need no dribbles. I'm not trying to dribble.
Yeah.
That's where the
but you're
knees.
still-
That's where the knees come in at.
The Embiid leg.
He got the MB, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, great. He great for like corner, being a corner nigga.
Yeah.
He's a role
Stationary
player.
three.
He's a role player.
He can shoot way better.
I'm
than you?
PJ Tucker. Sit in the corner, baby, without the rebound and the defense.
And on that note, appreciate everybody
So
in the chat for pulling up. Playoff basketball around the corner playing starts tomorrow. We'll be here all week to discuss it. Once again, thank you to Dave and Gata for showing up.
Appreciate y'all.
Pulling up to the arena on a Monday. This has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We'll see y'all